Bethune-Cookman and Grambling. They're both trying to rebound from recent losses. We'll start with Bethune-Cookman. This is a team that is looking for their first win on the road this season. More importantly, the 4 SWAC games that they lost by a total of 24 points. That means they've on an average of 6 points a game is what they're losing by. Now, when we look at Grambling, they've done a pretty good job of protecting their home field here in Grambling, Louisiana. They are 2-1 at home so far this season. And more importantly, today, they will try to rebound from that homecoming loss from a couple of weeks ago. Also joining me for the broadcast today, my partner with more on today's contest, John Kelly. John?
All right, Charlie, for Grambling to get back into that win column, they're going to need another strong game from this man right here, this young man, Miles Crawley, their starting quarterback right now. How you feeling, kid?
Good, baby, I'm good.
Looking good. He's been looking and feeling good all season long. Number 2 in the SWAC in passing yards with 1,600. Number 2 in the SWAC in passing touchdowns with 12. So this young man really the heart and soul of this offense. So if they want to snap a 2-game skid today, Grambling looking for another outstanding game for Miles Crawley. And trust me, they have him in the guide at 6'3". No, he is actually about 6'4", 6'5" out here. He's built like an NFL quarterback. All right, for now on the Bethune-Cookman side, let's send it over to Courtney Tate.
Thanks, John. It's no question Grambling State has one of the best offenses in the SWAC, so today is going to be imperative Bethune-Cookman has a big-time performance defensively. Now, 2 players who could make a huge contribution to that defense. One is Dearest Thomas. At only 181 pounds, he's small in stature, but he makes his presence known, leading his team in tackles and really making his presence known each and every day on that defensive side. And also Amari Hill Robinson. He was voted first team preseason All-SWAC. Now, he's had a quiet year so far, but coaches know at any point in time today, he could have a huge game. Charlie, back to you.
All right, Courtney, it's the 11th meeting between Grambling and Bethune-Cookman, the Tigers and the Wildcats. And Bethune has won the last 4. We'll be back with the opening kickoff from Grambling, Louisiana in just a moment.
So it's going to come down to this.
Can they do it?
Oh, no, they missed it! Wait a minute. There's a flag on the play!
Andrew just saved big on a laser hair remover at Amazon. 'Cause less hair, more air.
Hey, deal lovers, here's something new.
Having good taste shouldn't cost you a good deal. And in this hut, $7 gets you both.
The all-new $7 deal lovers menu at Pizza Hut.
Because it's only a deal if you love it.
I'm coming in hot.
Some people just know what road to take. Those are the people who know to choose Allstate.
The service road is faster.
Turn left.
Not happening.
He knows better than any GPS, and he'd point you in Allstate's direction.
Go all the way down the road past the big gray warehouse.
Take the next exit.
You're not from around here, so you don't know the back roads.
I don't want to be late for the party.
I'm gonna save us 5 minutes.
Some people just know what road to take.
You're on the fastest route.
Those are the people who know safe drivers save 40% with Allstate.
Go home with HBCU Go this homecoming season.
Second down and 19, goes deep, a perfect pass.
For the vibes, the culture, the bands, and the best matchups of the season.
Kick is up, and it's no good.
Now they're heading the opposite way. What a change of fate.
Arkansas Pine Bluff takes on Prairie View A&M live for homecoming Saturday, November 4th, 3, 2 Central on HBCUGO.tv or download the new HBCU Go mobile app.
Back here in Grambling, Louisiana, Charlie Neal along with Courtney Tate, John Kelly, Charlie Neal here, and this will be a very interesting matchup, especially for Bethune-Cookman. First of all, when we look at the SWAC standings, looking at Florida A&M, they're 5-0 in the conference, 6-1 in conference play. They're at home today against Prairie View. They've won 5 straight. That is the Rattlers of Florida A&M. And this is homecoming for Florida A&M this afternoon. Jackson State in that number 2 spot as far as the East is concerned. And all Florida A&M has to do today is win over Prairie View, and then coupled with the Alabama A&M loss to Alabama State in the Magic City Classic down in Birmingham, and that would wrap up the East for Florida A&M. On the West side, well, it's a jumble between Southern, Alcorn, and Prairie View. Anybody could be winning in that one. Of course, Southern is playing Texas Southern today at home. Alcorn is playing home against Mississippi Valley, and then Prairie View, as we said, they're at Florida A&M. The other interesting fact about this Bethune-Cookman team, this is the 5th time this year that they played a team with the name Tiger. Okay?
Interesting. See, this is the kind of stuff, ladies and gentlemen, Charlie Neal digging deep into his bag of tricks.
Well, anyway, they played Memphis, they're the Tigers. They played Savannah State, the Tigers. They played Jackson State, the Tigers. They played Texas Southern, the Tigers. And now Grambling, they're the Tigers.
And their record against Tigers this year?
1-3.
Not great.
Not great. They beat Savannah State. That was the only Tiger team that they were able to beat. They lost to Memphis 56-14. They beat Savannah 31-6. They lost to Miami 48-7, and lost to Jackson State 22-16, and lost to Alabama State Texas Southern 34-31.
So 4 Tiger matchups. See, I'm telling you, ladies and gents, that he brings a Bible. The research Charlie Neal does, the legend, it's priceless. Thanks for that insight, man. I like that. I learn something every day from you.
Well, Grambling won the toss. They have deferred, and they will be kicking off to Bethune-Cookman. Of course, Bethune-Cookman has a very dangerous return man in Darnell Dees, who's always who returned 197 yards against this Grambling team a year ago. Also, and he's on the far side. On the near side is Dakari Allen Johnson, a senior from Orlando, Florida. There's Dees. 2 returns for touchdowns a year ago. One against Grambling, one against Mississippi Valley. The one against Grambling was 97 yards. The one against Mississippi Valley was 98 yards. And then he had one the year before in terms of returns.
Yeah, man, he's impressive on every level. To have 2 touchdowns over 90 yards is insane, and in the same season. So that's why so many teams, Charlie, kick away from this kid.
No question. A lot of times we see that they don't even let the ball get close to him, but this one looks like it's going to come down to him.
There he goes.
And he gets it at the 10-yard line, and he runs to the right side, up the middle. There he goes, gets to the outside.
Turning that corner.
And he's turning the corner, and he's run out of bounds at the 33-yard line.
Always a threat.
Always a threat. That is Darnell Dees as a 23-yard return from Mr. Dees. The question today now is who is going to start at quarterback for the Wildcats of Bethune-Cookman. Will it be Talik Bethea? Will it be Walter Simmons? We'll see. Coach was undecided earlier in the week when we talked to him. Yeah. Let's see who comes off the bench. It looks like it's going to be Talik Bethea right there, number 13, a grad student out of Brooklyn, New York, transferred in from Delaware State, coming off of an injury against Texas Southern, and that's where Bethune-Cookman will go to work. First down and 10. Hands off right away to Bivens in the backfield. Let's go back to our quarterback. We're talking about Bethea. Went to Abraham Lincoln High. You see his completion percentage and the passing yards so far, his touchdowns. He's 6'6", weighs in at 225. It'll be second down. This win on the sweep around to Dakari. The quarterback keeps it. He faked the sweep to Dakari Allen Johnson and picks up close to the first down. He's up to the 41-yard line. And let's look at the starting lineup. You got Overton at the left tackle. His twin brother, not his twin brother, his older brother, is at the tight end spot. And those starting lineups. This will be a third down play. Doesn't look like they got it. Are they going for it?
Looks like they're keeping the offense on the field, Charlie.
On fourth down.
On the road, aggressive, making something happen. How about that?
Looked like some movement. There we go with the push from behind by your teammates.
They just handed it off, Charlie.
And now running down the field with it is Team Boyd. Team Boyd into 10, to 5, touchdown. Bethune-Cookman if it's not called back.
That was bananas. They actually ran a little trick play, snapping it to the up guy, sneaking it in, just trying to get a yard or so, and then suddenly flipped it out to Tink Boyd.
58 yards on the run by the receiver. Tink Boyd, a grad student out of Richmond, Virginia, who's a transfer from Virginia Tech. Let's look at it once again.
So as they piled up there, Charlie, in the scrum, the ball actually flipped loose. And Tink Boyd in the right place at the right time. They had more, the tight end, go up and take the snap. Boyd just kind of hanging out, hoping they got the first down. What a turn of events. There it is right there. The strip, a good job. And Tink Boyd said, I'll take that to the house, fellas.
Cade Hector on for the point after. He's only missed one all season. This one is up, and it is good. 7-0. A 67-yard drive, a minute 37. They got on the board quick, and they only used 4 plays to do that.
Charlie, that's one of the wildest plays I've seen. They had their tight end go up there trying to take that on the sneak, and it bounces loose for a touchdown. This is spectacular. Tink Boyd breaking loose. The Wildcats on the board. We'll be back at Grambling in just a matter of minutes.
The power of the Weather Channel, now available to everyone.
This is epic!
Trusted live coverage when it matters most is now yours to stream with the Weather Channel TV app, real-time radar, and maps that let you track all the action.
Let's get into the detail.
Personalization, customization, hundreds of hours of your favorite shows, and so much more. There's never been a better way for everyone to watch the Weather Channel. Available now on these platforms. Go to streamtwc.com to start your free 7-day trial.
I'm not the future, I am now.
Welcome to The Griot, bringing you the stories that move us.
It's very important that everybody is represented. We control how we're produced, depicted, and how we're seen around the world.
From breaking news to culture, politics, and entertainment.
We'll be here every day to keep you on top of what's happening in the world as we know it.
The power in this room is unbelievable. All you have to do is just feel it and believe it.
Available daily on thegrio.com, the Griot Cable Network, and our free streaming platform.
This fall, anytime is go time on HBCU Go.
Look at him going. They cannot stop this man.
Zone, touchdown! Under pressure.
Bam! That was a hit. HBCU football every Saturday this fall on HBCU Go. Check your local listings.
She's fair.
Untrue, Your Honor.
What, you're going to have your turn.
She's inquisitive.
What in the world led to this young lady finding you in this compromising situation?
She's very frank.
You should never start anything you're not prepared to finish.
Compassionate.
I see a family that still loves each other, and I'm glad to see it.
And firm.
The only thing that matters in this particular courtroom, sir, is how I see it.
Watch Equal Justice with Judge Ebony K. Williams. Check your local listings for times and channel.
A minute 37 into the game, and Bethune-Cookman jumps out to a 7-0 lead. In fact, John, that's the first time this season that Bethune-Cookman has scored on their first drive of the game. They were 0-7. They had 4 punts. They would turn it over on downs. They missed a field goal, and they fumbled it. Today, they turned it into a touchdown.
And Charlie, what a way to do it. You want to talk about putting some hot sauce on, a little spice there. A crazy play that was set up just to get the first down, a matter of a yard or so, ends up going for a 60-plus yard touchdown. We're going to show you that one again here in a second. Spectacular.
So that's a much-needed shot in the arm for this Bethune-Cookman team, who has struggled. Like I said, they've lost 6 games this year by a total of 24 points. Fielded at the 4-yard line. Coming back up the field,
he's got some room,
is Joshua Johnson. Joshua Johnson is out to the 34-yard line. A 31-yard return. And let's look at that last touchdown
we
again.
Got to see, keep an eye right here on the tight end. That is Nabanye Moore, and then you've got Tink Boyd out here on the side of the receiver. Watch this as they play. The tight end actually comes in and takes the snap. They're hoping just to maybe push it forward to get that yard enough for the first down. But in the scrum, the ball gets sprung loose by the defense. Tink Boyd's signaling first down, baby. No, wait a minute. Ball's loose. I'm taking this one. Yeah, that is a nice play. And again, they'll take luck anytime, but he breaks free, heads up, taking that one all the way for the touch.
So do you call that a fumble run for a touchdown?
I think so.
The FR.
Yeah, the FR. TD. The FRTD.
That's a new stat, right?
Yeah.
As Grambling gets the ball to start their first drive of the day, the handoff goes to Chance Williams, and he loses a yard. As you look at Miles Crawley, he's the starting quarterback. We talked about him a little bit in our open. 59% completion ratio and over almost 1,600 yards passing, 12 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, but 4 of those have come in the last 2 ball games.
Right. He's been a key to this offense.
This one is complete. And still dragging people forward is Lyndon Rash. We talk about Lyndon Rash. He's not the fastest kid on the team, but he finds a way to get open. As you look at Melvin Priestley and the offensive line, it's averaging 284 pounds. As far as the other players on that offensive alignment, we'll talk about them in a moment. Crawley's pass. Batted down, knocked away.
I think that was Laquan Johnson Jr. getting the big par. Was it 4-4? We'll see that again on the replay. Great
Adrian
play.
Hall. Maybe Adrian Hall.
Yep, Adrian Hall got the hand. Laquan was coming in, but Adrian Hall puts the pass up. They just right in his face, shut that down. Grambling unable to move the ball.
So it's a 4th and 4, and they're punting from their own 40-yard line. This is Jimmy Isles. He's the punter. 5th in the conference in punting. Season long 65 this season.
Good kick.
Fair catch called for and made all the way down the field. And on the fair catch, that was Dakari Allen Johnson. But again, a 43-yard punt by Mr. Isles. The second possession of the afternoon for this Bethune-Cookman Wildcat team. They started the season, when you talk about Bethune, by losing to Memphis. They beat Savannah State. Then they went on a 5-game losing streak, as we mentioned earlier, losing to Miami of Florida. They lost to Jackson State, lost to Alabama State, lost to Texas Southern, and lost to Southern. And those 4 losses in the SWAC were a total of 24 points. 6 to Jackson, 5 to Alabama State, 3 to Texas Southern, 10 to Southern. We may have
you got to get on that, son.
For safety. Or is it a touchdown? Touchdown! Grambling.
Wow.
They somehow came through on the defensive side of the ball.
Crazy scoring plays, Charlie, I'll tell you. Bethea just missed the snap, and instead of just diving on it, immediately hit the ground, and the ball was loose, was not able to corral it. But at that point, it's panic time. You get on that ball.
Looked like Marquise Britton was the man who came up with it. Was either Britton,
wow,
we're not sure exactly, or Devontae Webster. But either way, we'll find out. It's either Devontae Webster, but here's the point after. What a way to get a break,
man. Coach Hugh Jackson at this point doesn't even care who got on it. He'll take that 6 points, now 7, and get it back after that huge play they gave up. What a turnaround for Grambling.
Rinker with the point after 11:55 remaining here in the first quarter. We've had 2 scores.
It just went right by him, Charlie. He wasn't even paying attention. It snapped right by him, and then he did a bad job of getting on the ball, giving Grambling a chance for the TD. We can't see that.
I believe that was Webster.
He wasn't even ready, but Thea, like, it caught him off guard. And the scramble and the touchdown. You see from this angle here. Looks like number 18 got in there.
That's Webster.
That's what you call Devontae Webster gets the Halloween candy in the end zone, scoops it up just like that. We're all tied up, Charlie. 2 crazy plays. See, I love a game like this, man. We're only in the first quarter, a couple of drives here, and we have 2 plays that are non-stop adventures. The banana splits. But a tough one for Tyleek Bethea. He finally gets a chance to start. They get a big break for the touchdown on the next thing in the end zone. Bad snap, bad result for these guys. So the key will be, again, a guy like that finally getting his start. He's got to shake this off, Charlie. He cannot let this get into his head, cannot get depressed. So resiliency is the key right now. I'm sure his team's over there going, you got this, bro. Don't even sweat it.
Well, here's a team, this Bethune-Cookman. They haven't turned the ball over a lot this year, but that was a costly one for them that time.
Huge, huge.
So Grambling kicking off once again. And it's Dees will let it go. No, he's going to pick it up at the 10, 9-yard line. Dees up the middle. Dees up across the 20 to about the 22-yard line. They'll mark it at the 23 on the return for Bethune-Cookman, their third possession of the afternoon. The first one, a touchdown. The last one, a fumble recovered in the end zone by Grambling. And Grambling, again, with one possession, they punted the ball and got lucky on the defensive side.
Very lucky, but you know what? That luck is the residue of hard work. So they were able to put some pressure on there, got on that ball, and made it happen.
Salik Bethea, let's see if he can watch the ball this time. And he has it, going back to pass. Bethea, receiver fell down, trying to make his break to the corner, and had no opportunity to come up with a catch that time. The intended receiver on the plays was Tink Boyd, the man who scored that long touchdown 58-yard run.
Yeah, for Bethea, what he does not need to do right now is press. Breathe easy, recompose, reboot.
Second down. And now he's going to take off and run. That is the quarterback, and he slides down under Matthews, who was coming up to make the stop defensively.
Man, he is lucky he slid down. The big man, 5'7" Matthews, was about to decapitate him. He was coming in like a runaway freight train.
Lewis Matthews, senior out of Faraday, Louisiana. Third down, free play. And it's caught by Dakari Allen Johnson. Enough for a first down, but let's see, the penalty flag will go against Grambling.
Offside defense. Number 9. That penalty is declined. The result of the play is first down.
Sunday Anderson, that doesn't count against Grambling, but they're the most penalized team in the Southwestern Athletic Conference this year. There's Sunday Anderson, senior, a Legacy Bowl participant, already committed to playing that game in December, as was Matthews. We saw him on a previous play. So it's first down and 10 for Bethune-Cookman at the 42-yard line, their own 42. This time they're keeping the ball on the ground, running straight ahead. Jimmy Robinson on the carry, and he gets it across the 45 to the 46-yard line.
Robinson, one of their go-to guys, and that really helps out a quarterback. When you get that ground game grinding, get the yards, keeping the defense honest, that opens it up for a quarterback. So Jimmy Robinson III, a big force on the ground for the Wildcats.
And the quarterback decided to keep it on the run option from him and had nowhere to run that particular time as he was bottled up there. Javon Carter, yeah, the junior out of
his face.
Lamanville, Louisiana.
Yeah, he just shut this down before he even got there. Yeah. So not a real pretty play by BCU.
So it's 3rd and 11 now for Bethune-Cookman.
They were showing blitz, and then Bethea looking to the sideline for a little assistance. See if they keep that coming. 9th
in the conference in 3rd down conversions this year.
Here's the blitz.
Here they come. He lets it go, has it too far and too high on the far side for Tink Boyd, the intended receiver. And so they'll bring up a punting situation for the Wildcats as this drive stalls at the 42-yard line.
Well, see, we were spoiled on those first couple of drives. There was so much crazy action. Now it's like, what, they're punting?
I know.
Where are the fireworks, baby?
So Joshua Johnson back to receive the punt from Anthony Frederick. And you look at Joshua, sophomore out of Danville, California, ranked 6th in the conference in kickoff returns. Has only returned 3 punts so far this season. Good kick. Nice. Fielded at the 9 by Johnson. Johnson reverses his field. Will he go anywhere? He turns the corner, down the sideline he goes, still on his feet and run out of bounds in front of the Bethune-Cookman bench.
And that's what happens sometimes, Charlie. When you get a deep kick like that, you can out-punt your coverage, almost open that up on that one.
It was a great punt, 50 yards to be exact. And we'll be back, 7-7, all tied up.
Also play for lead in the school play. Also play for lead.
When you're with your club, harmony happens. A club is all you need.
When you
marry me?
Miss you so much. We miss you.
Get Google Pixel 8 free at T-Mobile.
Howdy and welcome to Dallas.
Okay, Atlanta.
Finally, the sunshine looks to be returning.
Hey there, it's Friday. I'm Sasha. Local now. Where you are is where it's at.
Last season, Torre sat down with Francis Tiafu, Jennifer King, Doc Rivers, Debbie Allen, Kenan Thompson, Tyler Perry, and Don Peebles. This season, on Masters of the Game, Maisha Kai sits down with Tabitha Brown, Charles King, Jesse Collins, Nikki Giovanni, and more. Catch up on thegrio.com or the Grio app. Check your local listings for the Grio.
Welcome back, everybody. A royal start here at Grambling, a wild game, 7-all as we are back from break. And right now, Coke Zero Sugar knows the best fans ever are the ones who cheer the loudest, tailgate the longest, and pour everything they have into their favorite team. That's at the game or from afar. But being the best fan can be hard work. So Coke Zero Sugar and HBCU Go are here to celebrate the best fan ever. Courtney?
Thanks, John. Now, what is your name and what makes you Grambling State's best fan ever?
My name is Robert Clark, and I'm known as Grambling's #1 fan. I've been following Grambling ever since 1972, which is the year I left out of here. We raised a lot of money for Grambling. I grew up 30 minutes from here. We got 4 Hall of Famers from this small HBCU. So, hey, what else can I say? Not to mention my background here. We do a lot of stuff down here.
There you have it. That's Robert, and he is Grambling State's best fan ever. And we're going to celebrate with a Coke Zero Sugar.
Fantastic.
That is my man, Robert.
Yeah, when I left out of here.
1972, baby. Yeah, I left out of here. That is awesome. Oh, Coke Zero Sugar on fire.
From their own 43-yard line, Grambling with their second offensive possession of the day. They punted their first, scored their 7 points on a defensive recovery of a fumble in the end zone. And now they get the ball first down and 10 at their own 43-yard line. Low play action pass on the near side to Javon Robinson. Javon Robinson down the sideline. Robinson on the go and down inside the 25 to the 24-yard line. Javon Robinson on the catch and run. The run after catch covered 28 yards.
That was a nice setup and a great play. Robinson just hauled that one in and saw a lot of green. Great run.
This time they go off the left side, and
More
there goes Floyd Chalk. And Chalk is inside the 4. It'll be 1st and goal at the 4 for the Tigers of Grambling.
Floyd Chalk just navigated.
Or was that Chance Williams? That was Chance Williams. Correction.
Doing it big.
Chance Williams, number 2. Here we go. Chance Williams has the ball again, and he goes back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd down and goal.
Yeah, on that last play, Charlie, give the Grambling front line great credit for busting open a hole. And Chance Williams just navigated around to that right side. Great run, great finish.
Out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana, went to Scotlandville High. He's 2nd in the conference in touchdowns scored this year. He has 5.
They won another one right here.
He's in the backfield beside his quarterback Crawley. From the shotgun. Crawley hands off to Williams. Williams goes right. He's in the end zone. Touchdown, Grambling. His 6th rushing touchdown this season. Chance Williams.
Yeah, he's the money man near that end zone, and they did a nice job, the Grambling offense, matriculating that ball down the field. They came out with a big pass, the big run up the middle, and then near the goal line, you get it to your goal line gold man, Chance Williams, to finish that off. Just like that, Charlie had a lot of scoring here, and that was the only traditional type touchdown we've seen so far.
Right, 57 yards on that drive, and it was covered 4 plays and 1:19. Everything's been quick.
Lightning.
And the point after is good, and Grambling at home taking a 14-7 lead over the Wildcats of Bethune-Cookman. We've had 3 scores here. We still have 8 minutes and 20 seconds left in the first quarter.
Go home with HBCU Go this homecoming season.
Second down and 19, goes deep, a perfect pass.
For the vibes, the culture, the bands, and the best matchups of the season.
Kick is up, and it's no good.
Now they're heading the opposite way. What a change of fate.
Arkansas Pine Bluff takes on Prairie View A&M live for homecoming Saturday, November 4th, 3, 2 Central on HBCUGO.tv or download the new HBCU Go mobile app.
Direct.
Don't you ever look up at the sky and roll your eyes. You hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, good.
Realistic.
I will maybe have a tendency to
spend too much and won't be able to pay your rent. That's the problem.
He holds the line.
I resent it, and I resent you for doing it.
Powerful.
I don't know where you've been, but you're going to respect this courtroom. I'm going to throw you out real quick.
Mathis Court is in session. Check your local listings for times and channel.
We had this little girl, Kaylin. Never acted before. I would say to her, okay, give me your scared face. And she really blew a hole in all of us old actors who have all of our methods of getting into an emotion and doing everything, because she could do it in one take.
ES.TV, where the stars shine. Check your local listings for times and channel.
We have officially have landfall now of Hurricane Ian.
It's nothing like any other hurricane we ever have been through.
We're the Bostons.
We're here to help rebuild some of these homes.
We only allow ourselves 5 days per home.
So it's time for our crew to move on in, and we're going to ask you to head on out.
Now it's time to go inside.
Ooh,
Lord have man. That's so amazing. Now that's a fast home rescue.
(14-7) our score, 8:20 left here in the first quarter, and this will be a high-scoring affair. It looks like it might be. You know, we talked about these two teams when they played. As you look at Chance Williams with his 6th touchdown of the season, and overall, last year when these two teams played down in Daytona Beach, the final score was 36-19. Grambling actually led 19-17 at the half, but did not score in the second half and wound up on the losing end of that 36-19 score.
Yeah, we got a track meet today, Charlie. I love these kind of games. Getting the action going early, get everybody riled up, the band's rocking, smell the popcorn in the air. This is a fun one so far.
And they gave up that 97-yard touchdown on the return to that young man last year. Yeah, Darnell Dees. Grambling also committed 3 turnovers in that contest a year ago. So you've got to protect the ball. And so far, the fumble has cost this Bethune-Cookman team 7 points.
Yeah, they had one fumble work their way and the other one worked against them.
Dees from the 4. Dees dropped at the 21. So they've got his number pretty good. So let's look at that last drive from Grambling.
Yeah, Charlie, they did it by air and by land. First up, Miles Crawley hooking up with Javon Robinson. Almost breaks free. Nice piece of running, that yards after catch. And then who do they go to right there? That is Chance Williams. Shaking and baking. Almost did this on his own. They said, one more time, Chance, why don't you go ahead and ring that up at the ATM. But he's been their goal line guy all year long.
He certainly has. 5 touchdowns rushing coming into today's game. 6 now overall for the season. And it's first down and 10 now. The ball spotted. They spotted the ball back at the 11-yard line. I thought it was.
Yeah, there had to be a penalty for that.
There was a penalty, so they will start it there on the 11. It's a 10-yard penalty on the return.
Well, Tyleek Bethea has not had a chance yet to really turn up and turn out much on this one. So this is his chance to kind of take charge of this offense.
He has Mr. Bivens in the backfield behind him, the sophomore out of Tampa, Florida. Coming to the near side on a little end around, and not much running room after they get the ball into the hands. Let's see, they've got some new players in the lineup there.
Yeah, they were trying to catch the defense off guard. They've done it a couple times, but Thea has that quarterback keeper that time.
Yeah, that was Amari Stewart, a receiver. Now to keep the ball on the ground again, but nothing doing as he's hit the backfield by Sunday Anderson.
Yeah.
Or is that Anderson? Yes.
Yes, he is a player right now. Watch him just zoom in here. Bolt of lightning right off the edge. No one touched him, and he showed why he's one of the best defenders in the SWAC.
He had 11 tackles against Alabama A&M last year in one contest. He was a preseason defensive player of the year in the SWAC this season. Oops.
Untouched.
They were going, well, the quarterback was smart. He saw it coming. Look,
Josh Darling.
This is not going to be good, he said.
No. And Charlie, you know, that's probably part of the defensive scheme here is they've got a new quarterback in there. We're going to give him heat. We're going to hassle him all day long. And it's been working. They gave up one big play on a crazy fluke. But right there, they brought Josh Darling in, and he was not to be stopped.
4th and 19.
Yeah, wrong direction. Got the punter right on the back of that goal line. So they just got to get a nice snap, a clean exchange, and get this one out of there without any more damage down in the end zone. Ooh.
Williams on the return for the Tigers of Grambling. And there's penalty markers all over the place.
Like confetti.
45-yard return, or punt rather. 45-yard punt. Let's see exactly where they're going to wind up placing this ball. Let's see if there's a 5-yard penalty for running into the kicker.
Yeah, Grambling was really coming at it. You can't blame him being down in the end zone, and it was kind of a scramble of bodies around there. I don't think it was anything flagrant.
So if it's running into the kicker, it's only a 5-yard variety, so
it won't change much.
It won't change much. They may have them punted again to give them worse field position.
Get it out of there.
Yeah, but in terms of roughing the kicker, which would be an automatic first down, that will not happen. And you talk about this Bethune-Cookman team after the day. They have to play Mississippi Valley at home. Then they play Alabama A&M at home.
Running into the kicker, kicking team, number 26. That penalty is declined. First down, Grambling.
I'm surprised they declined.
Right. Maybe they just were happy to get it out of the end zone, didn't want to take any chances. But you can see they're coming for this, Charlie. They wanted to get the block. And the body's just a little contact, and he played it up a little bit too. So again, acting school, not a bad thing for punters to attend. So young players out there, go ahead and get some theatrics into your repertoire.
Ask our buddy Greg Coleman.
Yeah, exactly. Big Greg knows all about it.
About those acting plays, right?
Raymond Woody Jr. wondering what his defense can do here to slow these guys down, and we'll see if Grambling can build on that last drive. There's only a couple of plays, but it was very surgical with passing and running, and they were able just to chop right through the defense.
So they have the ball at the Bethune-Cookman 34-yard line. Best field position that they've started today. Only their 3rd offensive possession. Wow. Crawley back to the near side. Flag is down. And I think the flag may be the man in motion headed toward the line of scrimmage prior to the ball being snapped.
Well,
I think that's what it is.
Big Melvin Priestley, the left tackle. He was up, and that's a big body coming, but I think
illegal motion, offense, number 71. Player was moving towards the line of scrimmage at the snap. 5-yard penalty.
That's it.
From the previous spot.
And watch this, Charlie. What they're trying to do is you got the big man, 71, running here, trying to get him as a sledgehammer up in there. And it works. He hammers people, but he just turned upfield a little too soon. The receivers and backs are the ones that normally go in motion.
Right.
Melvin was probably all excited going, my chance to move, baby. Get this big caboose going.
He was rolling at 295 pounds.
That's what I'm talking about.
1st and 15 now for Grambling. This time they're keeping it on the ground once again, trying to dance to the outside. Chance Williams, and they bottle him up after maybe a 2-yard gain.
Charlie, I'll tell you, had he juked in and bounced outside, there was nobody for yards out there. Had he just moved and shaken it out to the left, he might have taken that one to the end zone for a touchdown. But again, when you're in the scrum of it, but he had a chance to break free.
Empty backfield this time for Miles Crawley. Trips receivers to the bottom of your screen, 2 to the top as far as wideouts are concerned.
Going deep.
It is 2nd and 13. Crawley standing in there, lets it fly.
Ooh, missed
incomplete on the far sideline.
He'll wish he could have that one back.
Yeah, that
Lyndon Rash was just standing there waiting for it.
Yeah.
And Crawley dumped it over. They got a player
down.
Yeah, he was up on his knees, but he just went down on his stomach right there. So something not good happening.
One of the offensive linemen. One of the offensive linemen is down a little bit. We talked about
Priestley.
the games, the young man that went in motion a little while ago, the games that Bethune has left as far as Grambling is concerned. After the day, they on the road. This is the last time they will be playing in this stadium this year.
Oh, really?
This is the last time, yeah, even though they have a home game coming up on November 25th against Southern University, but that game will be played at the Superdome in New Orleans. That's the Bayou Classic.
So technically the home team hosting, but not home.
They're not at home, right? Because, again, they had senior day because this is the last home game of the season for this Grambling team. And then next week they play Alabama State. Talked to Eddie Robinson earlier today. He said, he called me.
He dialed you up at breakfast.
Yeah, he said, tell me how they're going to do. We got to play them next week.
Well, I like the fact that these head coaches in the SWAC and MEAC and all over the place, the CIAA, they all have your number in their phones to dial you up.
So then Grambling will play Arkansas Pine Bluff on November 10th and then close out the season on the 25th in the Bayou Classic down in New Orleans, Louisiana. So that's the schedule remaining for them. But again, you look at this Grambling team, they scored the most points in the fourth quarter this year, the least amount of points in the second, and we're still in the first quarter here with 5:24 to go. And the 3rd and 13 facing the Tigers as you look at Hugh Jackson in his second year as the head coach here in Louisiana at Grambling. Crawley back to pass. Being pressured, lets it go, incomplete. Over the middle of the field.
A lot of pressure, and that was Dearest Thomas that got in there. He was able to get the ball off, but Thomas gave him a big gut sandwich and took him right to the turf. You'll see this, the pressure. Crawley trying to avoid all the pressure, swings to the right, but look at Thomas right in there. He was able to get out of there with his life, but off the mark on the pass.
So the second punt of the afternoon for Mr. Jimmy Isles. And they're going to down it at the 5-yard line. So that's where Bethune-Cookman will go to work after that 32-yard punt by Isles. Didn't have to have the distance. It just had to be effective, and it was.
Like a little chip.
Lowe's knows same-day delivery means getting what you need right when you need it. Holiday shopping got easier on affordable decor and more.
Now you can get these all at once, right, Dad?
The holidays got sweeter with same-day delivery. You got this. We got you.
Jordana, easy on the gas.
I gotta wrap this commercial. I think I'm late on my payment.
It's okay. The General gives you a break. Yeah, we let you pick your own due date.
Good to know, because this next scene might take a while.
For a great low rate, go with the General.
Hey, check this out. You can pre-qualify with CarMax fast and easy. Did you just block me?
I was protecting your credit score.
Pre-qualifying with CarMax has no impact to your credit score.
Sorry, force a habit.
The power of the Weather Channel, now available to everyone.
This is epic!
Trusted live coverage when it matters most is now yours to stream with the Weather Channel TV app, real-time radar, and maps that let you track all the action.
Let's get into the detail of
Personalization, customization, hundreds of hours of your favorite shows, and so much more. There's never been a better way for everyone to watch the Weather Channel. Available now on these platforms. Go to streamtwc.com to start your free 7-day trial.
I'm not the future, I am now.
Welcome to The Griot, bringing you the stories that move us.
It's very important that everybody is represented. We control how we're produced, depicted, and how we're seen around the world.
From breaking news to culture, politics, and entertainment.
We'll be here every day to keep you on top of what's happening in the world as we know it.
The power in this room is unbelievable. All you have to do is just feel it and believe it.
Available daily on thegrio.com, the Griot Cable Network, and our free streaming platform.
Laughter is contagious on comedy.tv.
What does a Canadian horse look like?
It's like an American horse, but nicer.
The jokes never end on comedy.tv. Check your local listings for times and channel.
A couple of weeks ago at homecoming, they named the field. There you see Doug Williams with the wife and family. Shaq Harris. They named the field itself Harris Williams Field. Of course, Shaq Harris 1965 to 68, he played here. First black quarterback to start in the NFL with the Rams and against the 49ers. That was 1974. As you look at, have a little more after this running play, bouncing to the outside and not much running room back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it for Bivens. But Doug Williams played here from 74 to 77. And, of course, Doug was the first black quarterback to start, win, and be the MVP of a Super Bowl. And that was against the Denver Broncos. Yes, indeed. That was Super Bowl 22.
I remember watching that on TV, cheering him on. I wasn't even a Redskins fan at the time, but I was like, man, I will cheer for Doug Williams.
That was a great, almost intercepted, an opportunity, missed opportunity for Grambling that time as they were trying to get it to Tink Boyd coming across the middle.
Actually, Davino Ellington on that one. They had a little slant pattern here, and he had his hand reach for that right in the money spot.
Should have had it.
Yeah, did not pull that one in. That's on the receiver.
So it's third down, 3rd and 10. Coming into this drive, Bethune-Cookman just 58 total yards, 15 passing. Back to pass. Here's a pass out. Here's a thrown out of bounds. The quarterback threw it beyond the line of scrimmage. Well, it doesn't matter whether you want to call it intentional grounding or not, because it's going to be 4th down.
That's right, and it wasn't catchable. Cedric Anderson out there covering on Ellington, so that ball never had a chance to be caught.
So the 3rd punt of the afternoon coming up for Bethune-Cookman with Anthony Frederic, redshirt junior out of Tampa, Florida.
Send a message down to each sideline. Let's get that excitement we had in the first 3-4 minutes back here. Keep that energy flowing. A little more injection.
He gets a nice, he does Bigfoot. He really lets it, he really booms it, doesn't he?
Yeah, man.
But here's the return.
Sets him up.
And there's a block, no foul, no penalty markers down, and a good return, but a great punt. That punt was a 55-yarder by Mr. Frederic. His long this year was 52, so that's his longest punt of the year. He did that 52-yarder against Miami. Yeah. But good field position for the Grambling Tigers right now, who have a total of 66 yards of total offense in this particular contest, 626 on the ground and 40 by way of the air. As you look at Anthony Frederic there, the punter.
Yeah, got a nice foot into that one. Grambling did a great job of getting the return on to set up the offense on their opposite side of the field, so that is Wildcat territory.
At the Bethune 49, Grambling with the ball, 1st down and 10. Crawley calling the signals from the gun. Play action, incomplete. Good defense that time by Iverson Clement for Bethune. Make sure that ball wasn't caught.
Yeah, after the fade, Crawley did a nice job of just getting rid of it quickly. Really good defense. That one was a close call there. No interference, just defends well.
2nd and 10 at the 49 of Bethune.
Pressure.
Again, a little swing pass on the near side. And
look at him go.
1st down. Still rolling. Still on his feet. Inside the 20. Inside the 15. And down to the 13-yard line. Who else?
Lloyd. Shock on this one.
No question. Mr. Chalk, the sophomore out of Mission Hills, California.
Yeah, Charles, just a simple little bubble screen on that one, but he broke free, caught the defense sleeping.
1st and 10 this time. Again, they give it to him. Goes left side this time and picks up a couple of yards down to the 10-yard line.
I'm going to ask one of the trainers to pull Floyd's jersey down so we can tell that's a 3, not a 2. So we can call a clean game up here. Help your brother out.
He came into the game averaging 4.3 yards per carry, but that other play was a big swing pass out to the right flat, and he turned it into something big.
Yeah, they set that one up real nice. Moved the defenders outside, and he snuck right back underneath. Floyd Chalk, the 4th.
2nd and 9. Chalk has the ball again, and Chalk is inside the 10, down to about the 8-yard line. So it'll bring up a 3rd down.
See what what they come up with now.
3rd and 5 is the numbers that this Grambling team has to get.
So you got Chance Williams and John Richard in that backfield. Chalk comes out to catch a breather.
Grambling 3rd down conversions, 30% so far this year coming into the contest. And a timeout was called prior to the ball being snapped by Grambling. We heard the coach yelling, timeout, timeout. So Bethune came into the game with a 1-6 record, 0-4 overall. As far as Grambling, they came into the game 3-4, 2-2 overall. As we look at our SWAC players of the week, first of all, starting with the offense, we saw this young man last week. Alcorn 6'1", 5th-year senior quarterback Aaron Allen completed 14 of 26 passes a week ago for 219 yards and 2 touchdowns during their win over Arkansas Pine Bluff.
Nice game.
Right here on HBCU Go. He had 5 carries also for 37 yards and a rushing touchdown. And his teammate was the defensive player of the week, his 6'2" junior defensive end Malachi Bailey. 4 tackles, 3 solo, 2 tackles for loss, a sack, forced fumble, and a pass breakup. Also quarterback Harry.
That's right, man.
Against Alcorn's win over Arkansas Pine Bluff last Saturday right here on HBCU Go. So we say congratulations to both Allen and Bailey, the SWAC offensive and defensive players of the week.
Nice honor, a 1-2 punch from the Alcorn teammates there. So big time, nice to celebrate.
3rd down. Yep.
5 yards, Charlie. We've been practicing that one, trying to do it together all season. We just nailed it.
Without being cued.
Exactly, man. You're being a seasoned veteran.
Back to pass. Crawley throws. Incomplete.
Yeah, did not ever get the handle on that one. Great closing there.
Trying to get into the hands of Williams. Chance Williams, and Iverson Clement was there to defend him. The grad student out of Mount Holly, New Jersey, who transferred from Temple University.
Yeah.
So that's going to bring on the field goal unit for the Tigers of Grambling. And Tyner Rinker, who's 7 of 9 in the field goal department this year. His longest is a 38-yarder. Did that against Prairie View. Has had none blocked. This will be a 25-yard attempt. It's up. No good. He missed it.
Man. Just kind of shanked it. Sideways line drive there. Didn't look like it had much trajectory, and it was certainly off the mark. So they come up empty on that one, Charlie. Big opportunity.
7 of 10 in the field goal department for Mr. Rinker this year.
The snap. He bobbled it. So again, that's not the kicker's fault. Great job.
The holder.
Yeah, the holder getting it there, but he bobbled and muffed the snap. So no one gets that. And I'm telling you right there, they'll take that. Raymond Woody Jr. says, that's how we do it. We'll take some luck again.
There's Coach Jackson talking to Mr. Rinker over on the sideline.
Yeah, that one, it was a good snap. Just a bobble there on the hold made it tough for the kicker to convert.
2:13 is the time remaining here. We're in the first quarter still. It's been a long first quarter, hasn't it?
Yeah, man, but a lot of good action for us to talk about. So we're on a bit of a roll. Hopefully we'll keep this thing going.
First down and 10. At the 20-yard line, their own 20 for Bethune-Cookman. Pass. Trying to get it out in the flat, but nothing doing that time as the defense was right there.
Marquise Britton, I'll tell you, was that number 13? I thought it was 3. That was just great pursuit there on the defense. Yeah, Marquise Britton, he smelled that one. Watch this. He smelled it at the door, almost picked it off. So he was upset he didn't get that because he had end zone in his eyes.
Mari Stewart was the intended receiver. This time the handoff goes to Bazal. Goes off the right side. First time he's run the ball today. Grad student out of Naples, Florida, J.J. Bazal. So it's 3rd down now. 3rd and 8. Bethune. From their opening drive, they haven't had much offense going for them.
We had a guard pulling, and that was number 71, Halston Fergulis. Got out of his stand a little bit too quick.
False start, offense, number 71.
Mental
5-yard penalty
mistakes will kill you every
Third
time.
down.
But again, with the exception of that fluke, Charlie, this Wildcat offense just has not really found any real momentum. Haven't really been able to click on any of their cylinders.
1 of 5 in third down conversion so far today. And now this will be a 3rd and 13 after that penalty for a false start. Guard pulling a little bit too soon.
Yeah, getting anxious.
And a sack.
Nothing doing.
So that's a sack. This is the second most sacked team in the SWAC. That is Bethune coming in. They were sacked 27 times coming in for 156 yards. So that sack moves them 5 yards even further back, bringing up a 4th and 18.
Yeah, they had everybody up in his face. Lewis Matthews, they also had, I believe that was Josh Darling on there. Everybody was getting a piece of Bethea.
There's Mr. Frederic punting for the 4th straight time for the Wildcats with 42 seconds left here in the first quarter. We're in Grambling, Louisiana for this SWAC East versus West matchup. Along with Courtney Tate, John Kelly, I'm Charlie Neal. Glad you could tune in for it. Gets that one off. Not as good as some of the other ones, but it does take a bounce in their favor and goes out of bounds at about the 43-yard line. So it's a 45-yard punt by Mr. Frederic. He's had a 55-yarder in this game to eclipse his previous long of 52.
It's been a nice dynamic first quarter, man. It's been a buffet of action. And you know I love a good buffet.
Yes, you do. Not only do you like the buffet, what do I call you? the experimental man.
That's right. Yeah. But I just like to sample, so I'll turn any
Sampler,
menu
yeah.
into my own buffet. I got to order everything.
The sampler.
That's the kind of action we've gotten today. We've gotten something from the dessert bar, then we've got the main dish, we got an appetizer, fumbles.
And the sweet potato cheesecake.
Oh, man, I'm telling you. Young man hooking us up by the name of O.J. Morris.
Off the left
wow,
side. There
forget
goes
about it.
Chance Williams. Chance Williams is headed to the end zone. Touchdown! Grambling, his second rushing touchdown of the day. And a 61-yarder at that.
Charlie, the Grambling offense breaking out a big can opener and busting Chance Williams loose. Watch this one, quickly develops, but nobody even in the same zip code. Chance Williams just had to turn on the afterburners, taking it to the house, just like that, ringing it up. 61 yards, nice piece of running by CW, number 2.
Point after is up. This one is good. And Grambling increases its lead to 21-7 with 10 seconds left in the first quarter. And Chance Williams with 2 touchdowns today. The first one was a 3-yard run. This one for 61 yards. And Chance Williams now came into the game averaging 72 yards a game. He's already got that.
He's busting loose.
Yeah, he was ranked 3rd in the conference in rushing.
Hugh Jackson's like, that's how we do, baby.
Ain't no question. Here he is, Chance Williams out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana, went to Scotlandville High.
And give the big beef up front, man. They did a nice job of just really, they pulled somebody, they opened up that line. It was just like a tidal wave of green out in front of him.
84 yards for him today.
And he's just getting warmed up.
He's getting, like
still
you said,
in the first quarter.
Yeah. So he came in for the season averaging 6 yards per carry. So he's doing better than that today on those 84 yards. And he has 2 touchdowns already.
Charlie, that is offensive efficiency. One play, goodbye. And that'll make head coach Hugh Jackson a very, very happy man. So they're building on this, getting some momentum, trying to get back in that win column.
16.8 yards per carry is what he's averaging right now.
Strong. They'll take that. You bust off a 61-yarder, that really enhances your yards per carry. That's when running backs get excited. When you feel that, you can see that your line is really hooking you up. You can bust loose. Not much doing on that kick return.
It only took them 10 seconds to get into the end zone on that last. It was a one-play, 61-yard drive. They didn't take them long to put 7 points on the board, did it?
That's what you do. That's how we play. Not here to mess around. And again, you don't get paid more for long drives. Just do it fast.
You say flunk now, avoid the June rush, right?
There it is. Get it over with. That's a classic.
First down and 10 now for Bethune at their own 26-yard line, and they've changed quarterbacks. Walter Simmons, the third, is now in there.
Yeah.
Him and Bethea basically handled most of the snaps this week, rather, I should say. And Simmons is now in there running the offense for Coach Raymond Woody.
Well, yeah, and you can't blame the coaching staff for wanting to try some new blood at quarterback. They haven't had a lot of success, and they've really, every practice and every week, just trying to decide what they're doing with their quarterback. So right now, they're just trying to get the offense going so they can catch up down 21-7. We'll see after the break.
On the Weather Channel.
Welcome back to Grambling State University. Coach, a quick score after that first drive, but how do you get back on the board in the second?
Well, we got to make sure we put things together on offense where we give our kids an opportunity to score. You know, right now we got to protect more. We got to get it to our playmakers.
Awesome, and then we knew today was going to be a big task defensively. What's the plan to keep Grambling off the board?
We got to make sure we play gap sound and make sure we make the calls to put these kids in position to make plays.
Thank you so much. Good luck.
All right, thank you so much, Courtney and Coach Woody. Of course, 91 rushing yards. Bethune has given up 61 on that last run by Chance Williams for a touchdown. They've also given up 77 yards in the air for a total of 177 yards of total offense that they've allowed Grambling to put up, where they've only put up 55 yards, not counting that run there. Tyleek Bethea is back in there again. So you had Walter Simmons in there for one play, and now Tyleek Bethea back in there. He started the game, and he's the man of record for them at 3rd down and 5 now for Bethune. Bethea stands in there, runs, and will not get there. He's going to be back to the line of scrimmage, and it'll bring 4th down and 5.
They have not been able to generate offense. That one fluke play that they scored by Tink Boyd was a gift. But since then, Charlie, the Grambling defense has really shut them down.
And I've talked about how they have been in all these SWAC games, losing by an average of 6 points a game, and it doesn't look that way today.
Yeah, today not really happening, but you're right. All season long, they've had chances and just not closed the deal, and that's where Raymond Woody Jr. has talked about, I just need my team to be able to be consistent and at the end of the games finish to get those W's.
Another punt.
He slipped out of harm's way on that one.
Not far.
No, not far at all, but he still has his head intact.
Yeah, that's the most important thing. 44-yard punt that time, and now Bethune-Cookman goes on defense. Grambling goes on offense with 168 yards of total offense so far in this contest. Their first possession of the second quarter. This drive is going to start at their own 24-yard line. And you always want to see a competitive game. That's the most interesting thing that you're looking for. Grambling has done a pretty good game of protecting the ball today. Last game they had 3 turnovers. That was in their homecoming loss to Alabama A&M right here at Robinson Stadium.
And that's what Coach Jackson was talking to us yesterday on the field. He said, yeah, we got to take care of the ball today, and that was one of his priorities.
And they were penalized 9 times in that game for 116 yards. This is Chalk trying to bounce to the outside.
Yeah, Grambling pretty balanced attack so far. Defense has been strong. The offense starting to crank up here now and moving the ball fairly consistently. So that type of confidence can really, really be a big advantage, especially when you're here at home after a homecoming loss.
No question about that, John. So Chalk stays in at the running back to the right of his quarterback, Crawley. Crawley back to pass now. Crawley looks in the middle, and is it complete? Looks like it is.
Like he hauled it in.
For a first down for Rash. Lyndon Rash.
That might have been Dickerson.
Was it Dickerson? Yes,
Number
it is.
11 there, Dickerson.
Nassan Dickerson.
Yeah.
That for him is his 12th catch of the year.
Omari Hill Robinson, really good defense there, but a great job of connecting by Miles Crawley, getting it to his big man Dickerson.
First down and 10, this time on the ground. Here's Chalk.
Breaking loose.
Chalk still on his feet, and Chalk is across midfield. Another first down into Bethune-Cookman territory. This is Floyd Chalk, the third, and that run is good for 16 yards.
Floyd Chalk doing a nice job of showing the combo power, agility, and speed, the all-around running back.
Bethune-Cookman player down on the field. Looks like Jefferson LaFontaine, the man that's down. So while they tend to that young man, we'll step aside. We're in Grambling, Louisiana. SWAC matchup, East versus West. We'll be back.
Coach Saban, this goat done took over our office.
And he's using it to send out medical bills. Good hands.
Hospital bill for Prime. Did you just say Gap?
He's talking about expenses health insurance doesn't cover.
Good thing Coach Prime knows about. Say it one time. Because Aflac gets you money to help close that gap.
Now, how do we get this goat out of here?
Meet one of my new homies.
Get help with expenses health insurance doesn't cover at Aflac.com.
Elephant would have been scarier.
Go home with HBCU Go this homecoming season.
Second down and 19, goes deep, a perfect pass.
For the vibes, the culture, the bands, and the best matchups of the season.
Kick is up, and it's no good.
Now they're heading the opposite way. What a change of fate.
Arkansas Pine Bluff takes on Prairie View A&M live for homecoming Saturday, November 4th, 3, 2 Central on HBCUGO.tv or download the new HBCU Go mobile app.
We officially have landfall now of Hurricane Ian.
It's nothing like any other hurricane we ever have been through.
We're the Bostons.
We're here to help rebuild some of these homes.
We only allow ourselves 5 days per home.
So it's time for our crew to move on in, and we're going to ask you to head on out.
Now it's time to go inside. Ooh, Lord have man. That's so amazing. Now that's a fast home rescue.
Cars.tv. Everything cars.
Cars, 1957 410 Super America Ferrari.
Right behind me is a 612 Scaglietti, which is our top of a range 12-cylinder front engine.
This has a twin supercharger system and produces 780 horsepower.
I'm here with my 1995 Ferrari 456 GT. Very fast, from 0 to 60, definitely under 6.
Be sure to watch Cars.tv. Check your local listings.
There he is, Jefferson LaFontaine, a freshman out of Miami, Florida, 6'2", 273. He's a man that was shaken up, and he's going off on his own power.
Yeah, he was actually trotting off. Nice to see.
So we have a 1st and 10 for Grambling. Again, there's Chalk going to the right side. Chalk a first down, a gain of 11 on that run. They may make it, 11 yards. Down inside the 40 to the 43. And when you talk about what we saw in the first quarter from this Bethune-Cookman defense, coming into today's game, they allowed the least amount of points in the first quarter. 39 all season. They gave up 21 in the first quarter in this game.
And then slowly run out of gas later in the game, huh? Well, you know, the nice job by the Grambling front line. They pulled a few players, set up a nice wall, and made it easy for Chalk just to dance down that right sideline.
Chalk still in there with his quarterback to the right side of Miles Crawley. In motion is Quiet, the tight end. Here's a reverse, trying to go to the opposite side. And is Javon Robinson with the ball. Javon Robinson with a first down all the way out to the 22-yard line, a 16-yard run.
Charlie, I'll tell you right there, Laquan Johnson Jr. Watch, he almost makes the tackle here, dives, nearly stops him, and then it's off to the races, picking up a couple blocks down there, busting loose. Nice play by Grambling.
Javon Robinson out of Florida City, Florida, from Homestead High. He's a freshman, 5'6", 180. Making his presence felt. First down and 10 at the 22 of Bethune. Grambling threatening to score once again. Going to the left side this time. And the ball's loose. Now they did, no whistle, no whistle.
Another
going back down the floor. Omari Hill Robinson, touchdown, 81 yards.
Wow.
No flags.
That is crazy. Just when Grambling was driving, the ball pops out of there like a hot piece of popcorn. Omari Hill Robinson, right place at the right time. Watch as they stop his progress. Started to get me out, but that ball was punched loose. A great job with the handle in there. Big 5'9", punching it loose. Excellent defense there. That causes this one to be loose. Malik Stinnett pops it loose, and we saw who scoops it up. Omari Hill Robinson puts on the Jets, and it's a race in this one, and no contest to the end zone. What a turnaround, Charlie, for the Wildcats.
So we've seen 2 defensive penalties in this, touchdowns, I should say, in this ball game, and the point after is good. And Bethune-Cookman is still hanging right in there. They won 4 straight against this Grambling team, and they're looking to make it 5 in a row.
Yeah, man, BCU will take that any day of the week. Big, big play. Omari Hill Robinson off to the races, ringing it up. Charlie Neal, we got a ball game. GSU up on BCU, 21-14.
That young man, Malik Stinnett, he's one of your neighbors. He's a freshman. He's out of Las Vegas, Nevada.
I'll have to go ahead and take him down and get a lunch on me, man. That was a heck of a punch. We're going to show you exactly how the big man did it here coming up after the kick.
Yeah, he's out of Desert Pines High out there in Las Vegas. And came up with a big punch that time. Short kick, fielded. And this is the return, not much running room that time.
Let's take a look at this, Charlie. You'll have it on the freeze here. The ball is just exposed, and Malik Stinnett winds up the big pile. Watch him as he goes. This is what they practice in defense. Punching that ball loose, he zeroes in, just shoves it right out. And then Amari Hill Robinson, he says, I like how you roll, Stinnett, and watch how I roll. Scoops this
yards.
one up. Yeah, that's nice, man. But that's the kind of turnaround. You're on the road, you're trailing. That momentum builder right there. If these guys can get something going on offense, they turn two huge fluke plays into 14 points. They're trailing by just 7. They're in this thing, man.
No question about it. All 14 points, there were 14 points in this ball game, came off of turnovers. Second down.
Dancing.
To the outside. There he goes. And it's Chance Williams for the first down.
Really nice job of turning nothing into a nice pickup there. He was dancing there a little bit, trying to find an opening. He snipped to the outside, and we got a flag on the play.
Personal foul, illegal hands to the face, defense, number 9. That 15-yard penalty will be added to the end of the run, automatic first down. Number 50 can remain in the game because his helmet came off as a result of a foul.
Well, I'm glad he pointed it out, because if your helmet normally comes off, Charlie, you know the player must come out, but because that was a foul and a penalty, they will leave him in to play the game and continue on this drive. Eddie Walls III getting called for that penalty, illegal face to the hand, or illegal hand to the face, I should say.
At the 44-yard line, Williams 102 yards rushing, averaging 14.6 yards per
Great
carry.
play right
here it is, coming down the field. Here's Javon Robinson with the reception. And Robinson, another first down inside the 20, down to the 16-yard line.
Great setup, great patience by Miles Crawley here, as Javon Robinson just streaks across the middle and underneath the defense, but another flag. We'll see if this one stands.
28 yards on that catch and run by Javon Robinson. But let's see.
Illegal block in the back, offense. Number 0, 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down.
Wyan Myers, the referee, I had a chance to do his games when he was playing at Fort Valley.
How about that,
He
man?
played for Doug Porter, who was a longtime assistant coach here at Grambling, head coach at Howard University, and was the head coach at the time when Wyan was playing for Fort Valley.
You know what I call that? It's the Charlie Neal 6 degrees of Neal. They got the Kevin Bacon thing and 6 degrees of
separation.
Charlie Neal. Everybody touches your world.
First and 20.
Great pressure.
Pass incomplete.
That right there was Conroy Cunningham II all over Miles Crawley. And had he not put that pressure, they probably complete that pass. Had 2 receivers open, but he was under duress. Crawley just running for his life.
It is second down. Second and 10, actually. Going to the left side this time, bouncing it, trying to bounce to the outside. No running room that time for Mr. Williams, as the defense was there and stiffened for Bethune-Cookman. Amari Hill-Robinson, one of the men there on the stop on the defensive side of the ball. So it's third down, third and about 7.
Chance Williams racking up the yards just over the 100-yard mark here in the first half.
Yes, he is over 100 yards already.
Pressure.
Oh, what a sack. What a sack.
Wow. Coming from the edge, that is big, big pain.
Loss of 10. They were the least sacked team in the conference this year. That is Grambling.
Watch Steven Sparrow coming from the outside, untouched. Just rocking Crawley's world here. That is just dangerous. He's looking to the left, had no idea. He's lucky he's conscious on this one.
The only 13th sack of the year for Bethune-Cookman and the Wildcats, so they'll be punting it now after that sack from the 38-yard line of Bethune.
Man, someone coming in full tilt like that just ripped him in half.
Trying to keep it from going into the end zone.
Bounce helped him.
Nice bounce. And it is down at the 2-yard line. After a 37-yard punt that time. Great punt that time by Mr. Isles. He's doing the job for the Tigers. We'll be back.
This is not just a refill. This is being independent. Together. Walgreens.
When you prefer dream vacation over a rental nightmare, it matters where you stay. Embassy Suites by Hilton. Hilton for the stay.
This month, join the new Subway MVP Rewards program and get rewarded. Get 50% off any footlong when you join Subway MVP Rewards. So many all-star options.
It's just for Subway MVPs, right?
You catch on quick, Herbert. Join now and get 50% off any footlong.
You can't stop a force of nature. This hurricane season, rely on one of your own. It's a fact. No other news network out there is trusted more than the Weather Channel.
This is epic.
Trusted to give you every advantage before the storm. Trusted to be there where and when you need us. Trusted to bring you every angle of the storm using landfall cams on our streaming TV app.
Absolutely unbelievable.
Because America doesn't trust hurricane season to just anyone.
I'm not the future, I am now.
Welcome to the Griot, bringing you the stories that move us.
It's very important that everybody is represented. We control how we're produced, depicted, and how we're seen around the world.
From breaking news to culture, politics, and entertainment.
We'll be here every day to keep you on top of what's happening in the world as we know it.
The power in this room is unbelievable. All you have to do is just feel it and believe it.
Available daily on thegrio.com, the Griot Cable Network, and our free streaming platform.
Laughter is contagious on comedy.tv.
What does a Canadian horse look like?
It's like an American horse, but nicer.
The jokes never end on comedy.tv. Check your local listings for times and channel.
HBCU Go Sports Football is being brought to you by Olay Skin. Protect your glow. And by Coke Zero Sugar. Irresistible taste and zero sugar. Is it the best Coke ever? And you got to look at Eddie Robinson Museum. John and I had a chance to visit it yesterday.
Spectacular.
And John, that was your first time seeing it.
First time there. If you're ever in the area, I highly recommend getting in there. I sat there and watched about a 15-minute video, and I was just enamored with it. I went around the interaction that you can have. It's set up so well to teach you the history, the glory of what that man, Eddie Robinson, brought to this world. Really nice. I appreciate the personal tool, Charlotte.
Yeah, no problem. First down and 10. Bethea in the end zone from the shotgun. Hands off. And trying to get a little breathing room that time with Jimmy Robinson running it. In terms of the passing for Bethea, 1 of 6 today, 15 yards.
Can't get much going, and they only have a total of 60 yards total offense. They've got 45 yards rushing, so they have not been able to do anything, but they're only 7 points down, 2 touchdowns. They're still in this thing.
2nd and 9. Ellington goes in motion from the bottom to the top. Again, Bethea standing in there. Only 1 pass completed today. Let's see if he can get another one. He does. And very close to a first down, depending on where they spot it. Looks like he's going to have the first down outside the 10 to about the 14-yard line. So the second pass is complete this time.
The forward progress.
Yeah. And it's to the receiver,
Amari Stewart. Yeah. So again, they are able to ring up that first down, get out of harm's way near the end zone.
Breaks away. Good defense that time. And again, coming up, playing some great defense for the Grambling Tigers.
I believe that's Nigel. Actually, it's Henry. Henry, there must be another 0 out there. They've got a couple of people with 0 for the Grambling teams. That was Henry on the defense. Well played, great timing to swat that one down.
2nd down and 10. Moore in there blocking, Moore releases. Quarterback in trouble. Somehow he gets out there, gets hit as he lets it go.
It's up for grabs and picked off, Charlie.
Was it picked off? It looks like it is going to be an INT for the Tigers of Grambling State University.
Lewis Matthews causing all kinds of problems. Norrie Johnson
comes up with the interception.
That one was a jump ball, man.
Yeah.
Now watch this, the pressure here. He does a nice job of dancing out. Looks like he's going to get free, but Lewis Matthews, watch big 5'7" right in his face. That one then went up, and Norrie Johnson, look at that. Give him credit for getting free, but unfortunately as he released it, he was hit and never got that mustard on the ball. And served up the hot dog right there to Norrie Johnson. The jump ball comes down with it. Grambling in business inside the 30.
So the second turnover of the day for Bethune-Cookman. One resulted in 7 points when they lost the ball in the end zone, and Grambling recovered it. Now let's see if Grambling can do something. They only have 29 yards to go to get into the end zone. Here's Crawley, back to pass, out in the flat, has it complete, and it's to his tight end, Joshua Quiet, the Quiet Storm.
You know, when you give Crawley that much time, you're probably going to get hurt a little bit. But they're lucky that was only a pickup of about 4 yards. So again,
actually it was 7.
Was it 7 yards?
Yes, that would be 2nd and 3.
It looks like 7 and a little deeper than that.
Oh, no. 2nd and 7. I'm sorry, you're right.
That's all right, man. Hey, just busting my chops. I see what you're doing here. That's okay. You get me a Coke Zero Sugar after that one?
Crawley sacked again. Second time he's been sacked. Last 2 possessions. And they're doing a pretty good job on defense. That's a loss of 6 on that particular play.
After the big turnover, I'm telling you, the right side has just been really causing some problems for Crawley. Has people in his face all day, did not get lit up quite as hard as the last time, but I'm telling you, man, that backside, they need to get him some extra help on the right side of the line. All kinds of pressure.
3rd and 13 now, facing the Tigers. Here comes a blitz. They're showing blitz. They're coming with pressure, and this is thrown away. This may be grounding. Did it pass the line of scrimmage?
A couple of the defenders calling for the flag, but the Stripes not buying it.
Well, the side judge is saying there was somebody down there, or the head linesman rather, said there was somebody in the vicinity.
Wildcats.
He was in the zip code.
Yeah, he was within reason. The Wildcat defense coming up supporting their offensive brothers big after that turnover, keeping the pressure on here, forcing him just to say, I got to get rid of this, so I'm not going to take the sack.
He's still in the pocket. Yeah, it is an intentional ground.
So now they're, you called that early. It looks like they're going to do it. Late flag. But you called that one from the get-go, Charlie.
Yeah, I mean, the ball never hit past the line of scrimmage.
Intentional grounding, offense. Number 7. The ball will be placed at the spot of the foul. Loss of down, 4th down.
That's
Doesn't
a big
matter. They're going to be lost 4th down anyhow.
Exactly.
Right?
They just have to push the ball back further now.
Yeah.
So again, he stays up in that pocket just as you called, Charlie. That's why you make the big bucks. You knew this is what happened. But yeah, never leaves that pocket, just fires it out of bounds.
You remember this drive started at the Bethune 29. They're punting from their Bethune 40.
Yeah, that was negative yardage on that drive. Again, the gift of that interception, they not only do not take advantage of it, they move in the wrong direction. Express elevator backwards.
4th and 21. End over end, trying to bury them once again. This one,
good job.
Saved again at the 1-yard line this time. A 39-yard punt. But like I said, the yardage doesn't matter. What the punter, Mr. Isles, is doing, the 5th leading punter in the conference, is he's burying his team, the opponents, deep in their own territory.
Right. Special teams doing it right, laying out. Great position.
What is Grambling? Grambling is growing. It's a community. Grambling is an education, an experience. Grambling is legacy, tradition, and future. What is Grambling? Grambling is all of this and more. Grambling is the place.
Five minutes left here, second quarter. Bethune-Cookman with the ball as they celebrate the 100th year of football. in Daytona Beach, trailing by a touchdown. And they keep the ball on the ground. They're trying to keep from getting that safety. It was very close as they kept the ball on the ground, running it straight ahead. But they staying in there at the quarterback spot for the Wildcats of Bethune-Cookman.
Yeah, when you're starting with your heels on that goal line, you got to do everything you can to make sure you do not get stuck there. Jimmy Robinson III just bowling his way forward to try and give them a little breathing room.
Yeah, they got 1 yard on that play. It'll be 2nd down and 9. It looks like we had the left tackle, Aaron Overton Jr. Looked like he moved a little prematurely. And if that's the case, it'll be moved back half the distance to goal line.
Yeah, they're already in tight quarters. That makes it even a tougher squeeze. I'm trying to see who blinked first, offense or defense. There it is.
Well, they said it was 7-1. Alston Fergalus. That's the 2nd time we've seen him get a penalty today.
Yeah, what happened?
Right tackle.
He watched the defense. Move a little bit there, and he just decided to step forward.
Okay, Mr. Overton, I apologize. didn't mean to just cast aspersions
False
on
accusations.
You. So it's 2nd down and 10. Back to pass. The pass is complete. And on the near side is, or far side rather, St. Boyd on the catch. Gives him a little breathing room. Gets it out to about the 8-yard line.
A little something to work with.
Yeah, it'll be 3rd and 2.
They're trying to keep that offense moving. Raymond Woody Jr. calls it the NASCAR tempo. Daytona fast. But today they haven't been able to put it together. Can't step on the accelerator.
Back to pass again. 1st down gained.
They'll take that.
They'll take it. They'll move the chains. That's the most important thing.
Big time.
And this time it's Davino Ellington on the catch for the Wildcats. The ball is moved out to the 15-yard line. Back to pass again. On the far side. Again, the completion to Ellington. And Ellington picks up about 8 yards out to about the 23-yard line. 2nd down and 2.
Well, after a really slow start, Bethea now at least I think he's completed 3, maybe 4 in a row.
Make it 2nd and 1. They give him 9 yards on that catch. Play clock, they're resetting it. 25 seconds now. 2nd and 1, Bethune. 2:53 left in the first half. Quarterback decides to keep it, Bethea, and back to the line of scrimmage, maybe 2 yards on the play, but he got the 1st down. That's the most important thing.
Big time. Big time. After starting at your own goal line there, at least pushing the ball in the right direction.
A couple weeks ago, they played Texas Southern, and Bethea got a little banged up. And he's back in there. Him and Simmons battled all week long for that starting position, but at the end, Talik Bethea won out for the starting position today.
Yeah, week-to-week battle.
Bethea in trouble, decides to step up, has some running room. Thought he was going to go down and change his mind, but still got the 1st down and moved the chains once again. That was an 18-yard run by Talik Bethea out of Abraham Lincoln High School in Brooklyn, New York. Started his career at Delaware State in the MEAC and now transferred down here to Bethune. Throwing a little sidearm. That was close to being picked off. I'll tell you, the defense came through. Dagree, the cornerback, the junior out of Baton Rouge, Chris Dagree, who came over from Alcorn State. So it's interesting to see how many of these young men transferred within the conference from different teams. Not so much coming from Delaware to Louisiana, but the man comes from Alcorn to Grambling. That's within the conference.
Yeah, same thing with their quarterback.
2nd down now. 2nd and 10 after that last incompletion. 1:45 to go before halftime. Of course, Bethune trying to get in position to put some points on the board before the break.
Pressured again.
A lot of pressure that time. He's been sacked twice so far today. That is the quarterback. Bethea.
Big hit by Antonio Jones out there. He comes in there in the pressure. He comes off that edge and slips right up the middle there. Yeah. They came with that blitz and again zoomed him right up, danced around that big lineman, and gave Bethea a full mouthful of helmet.
Thank you.
So they reset the game clock to 1:42 left, and it'll be 3rd down and 10. Talik Bethea, you see what he's done today. He's been sacked twice. Stands up, steps up into the pocket, takes off and runs, has enough room to get the 1st down, and he lost his helmet.
Big flags on the play too. Now they're coming everywhere.
Yeah, but he's going to have to come out for at least a play if that penalty is against Grambling.
I count
maybe
1, 2,
roughing
3.
or unnecessary roughness. Let's see. Is the quarterback giving himself up? And that's what they call. They saw him going down. And
yeah, Bethea's over there catching his breath right now. Got his helmet at his hip.
Wyan Myers, our referee.
There were 2 fouls on the play. One against each team. Holding offense. Number 71. Personal foul. Targeting. Defense. Number 15. Penalties offset. The targeting is under further review.
Patrick Marshall out of Shreveport, Louisiana is the man guilty of the targeting. And now because they were offsetting penalties, we'll see what happens in terms of whether or not Mr. Marshall will be able to stay in the game.
You see the finish here, leading with that crown of your helmet, and that's what knocked off Bethea.
The only thing I look at that, and I understand the helmet to helmet, but he was standing still. He didn't look like he was going forward.
He actually stopped his progress and was just meeting the runner out there.
Didn't look like he was thrusting himself.
You're right, Charlie, and that is a judgment call here.
Well, our replay official is Hubert Owens. Brian Jones is the communicator, so
it wasn't flagrant, not at all.
So of course, if you're ejected for something like that, you have to sit out the first half of the next week's game. That is for Grambling, and they would be playing at Alabama State next week.
And actually, Charlie, on a play like that, when the defender stops, Patrick Marshall, when he stops his momentum and bends his head down like that, he puts himself in harm's way.
More so than the runner.
Exactly, and that's how you get a spine injury.
There's the rules, of course. Disqualification from the game with at least one of the following: forcible contact. See, I didn't say it was forcible. That's the that was the ultimate word, forcible.
And that's more than likely what they're looking at right now. But I agree with you, Charlie. It wasn't a flagrant or an attacking, a spearing type situation.
So Wyan Myers ruling on the field is targeting. Will it be upheld by the replay booth, or will it be overturned to just a personal foul?
And it's tough.
This is the 9th play of the drive for coming up for Bethune-Cookman. This is their longest drive of the afternoon. There's Mr. Marshall. Let's look at it once again.
Yeah, and it's tough when you're in the middle of the action and things are happening at lightning speed. Again, unless it's flagrant, someone's coming in and just trying to take a shot, especially leading with the helmet. But in that case, that was just at the end of a run, trying to stop a runner. So it'll be interesting to see how this one plays out on the replays. But from what you and I see, did not look like it should be flagrant or the type of play maybe to have him sit out a game and a half.
Yeah, that's the sad part about it. I mean, we understand it's all about trying to protect the player, and we understand that, and we should.
Yes.
You need to protect these young people.
And when it's with intent and something flagrant, absolutely.
Well, let's see what Wyan Myers has to say about it.
After review, the targeting on the field is confirmed. Number 15 is disqualified for the remainder of the contest. We will replay 3rd down.
Replay 3rd down because they were offsetting penalties and he has to lead.
Yeah, that's a tough one again. I don't think he had in his spirit or in his heart that he was trying to do anything wrong at all but stop the runner. So again, we've seen plays where you question a young man's intent and they're out there trying to maybe injure somebody. That did not appear to be that whatsoever.
Yeah, I didn't think so either. But anyway, he's being consoled by his teammates.
That's a tough one.
And again, Patrick Marshall, Jr. out of Shreveport, Louisiana, right down the road about an hour from here, went to Northwood High, and he's going to be ejected. And
Well, the fact that Bethea's helmet popped off too made it, more theatrical. Not that it was anybody's intent or intentional to do that, but that just made it look a little more flagrant with the helmet flying off.
Now that means a new quarterback has to come in for at least one play.
Well, maybe because of the penalty.
Well, I don't know.
Can he stay in? Because if there's a penalty, I think, on the other side that caused it, you get to stay in.
He did. He was able to stay in. Even though he lost his helmet, so it's 3rd and 10. Back to pass.
They need to connect on
this.
Way
incomplete. I don't know who he was throwing that to. There were more dark jerseys around it than there was Omari Stewart, the intended receiver.
Yeah, he was off the mark. That one got away from him right out of bounds. So like you pointed out, their deepest drive ends up in nada in a punt. Had a little bit of momentum. Nice couple of connections, but they have finally started connecting with his receivers, but his final throw came up empty.
So we still have 1:20 before halftime.
They get a decent return, they can do something here.
Here it is. Good kick. Fielded at the 3. And dropped at the 11-yard line on the return. Chance Williams, he's had a pretty good day this afternoon for the Grambling Tigers. Over 100 yards rushing.
Yeah, great day, Charlie. 8 carries, 105 yards total, 13 yards a carry to go with 2 touchdowns. So again, what a great first half. You said he was averaging just over 80 yards per game coming into this. Today, before the break, 105 yards. Chance Williams says, take a chance on me, baby. It'll pay.
So that return, that time, meanwhile, Grambling with the ball, 1st down and 10. 1:09 to go, leading by 7 in the contest here. Their last game at home this year, senior day, here at Grambling, Louisiana. The pass is complete to Javon Robinson.
Clock continues. So just under a minute left. Sounds like someone's stopping the clock.
Well, there's something going on over there at the Bethune sideline. Bethune called the timeout.
Of the half. 30-second timeout.
So each team has one timeout in this game so far. So they're going to take some to the locker room with them and play with them at halftime.
Yeah. Sell them on, the internet or something. I don't know.
Try eBay. You see, we got some timeouts left. You need some next.
Yeah, maybe autograph them and sell them at the auction. A little obsolete. But that's interesting. You said that was BCU calling the timeout.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why you do that with the clock trying to run down.
Anyway, we talked about Hugh Jackson, his accolades. Of course, he comes over after being an assistant for 1 year to Eddie George at Tennessee State. Prior to that, he'd coached in the NFL, the head coach of the Oakland Raiders back in 2011, and the Cleveland Browns 2016 to 2018. And it was an assistant with Cincinnati, Oakland, Atlanta, Washington. 2015, he was named the NFL Assistant Coach of the Year.
It's quite the resume.
Throwing it, finally turning around, but too far. Antonio Jones was the closest man to it. Looked like tried to try a little back shoulder throw, but a little pressure on Miles Crawley that time.
Tough for Crawley really to do much. He was like in a crowded elevator trying to negotiate and figure out if he could get the ball off.
You're talking about what the running backs have been able to do, Chalk and Williams today. When I talked to Coach Jackson, one of the things we talked about was the strength of this team, and he talked about the offensive line. He said that's what has really allowed this team to play as well as they played. A line that averages 284 pounds, and he has some good people up there with Priestley and Hornsby and Singletary, Cole and Martin.
Yeah, the big beef up front doing a good job today, helping their running game, allowing some pressure on Crawley, and Crawley really hasn't hit his stride today, but as you point out, their running game strong.
It has been strong. They came into today's game 4th in the conference in rushing, averaging 156 yards a game.
Yeah, they've had a nice season offensively, but then on the other side, they've given up over 36 points a game, one of the worst in the conference. So that's why their record has not been that shiny.
Well, Bethune called a timeout. They're going to get the ball back. You never know.
See what they try to do. If you're going to call a timeout, you better take some shots at that end zone.
So again, Isles has done a very good job of punting the ball today. Tink Boyd is the man deep to return this kick. Takes a bounce and it will not be returned. Actually, he takes a Bethune bounce and bounces at the 49-yard line, and the clock stops with 41.6 seconds to go. A 34-yard punt. So that's not a time you want to have one of your
right, especially when he's having such a strong day.
Not at all.
And this is when we see if the Wildcat offense, they can reach into their bag of tricks. You're on the opponent's side of the field. You've got over 40 seconds left. You've got 2-3 plays here. See if they're going to unleash something to try to get it into the end zone.
You remember their quarterback, Talik Bethea, was struggling in the passing department before that last drive that died on them. But he was at one point 1 of 5 in passing early on in the contest.
Yeah, they had some miscues too. So again, maybe they can get back and regroup at halftime. This would be a nice chance, though. I don't think you've got much to lose other than some crazy turnover, but take some shots now. You're on the road. You're down by 7 heading into the half. Try to get 3, possibly a touchdown.
4 of 12 right now in the passing department for Bethea. 37 yards. Stands in there, and he's going to be sacked for the 3rd time today and loses big yards. I mean, he doesn't lose just 5 yards. He loses about 12.
Yeah, the monster mash there. They had a few different people in that backfield making sure he wasn't going to do much with that ball.
The clock is still running.
Sundiata Anderson getting a piece of that, but that pocket quickly collapsed. So they can stop the clock here and see if they get another shot off.
Please
yeah, but
reset the game clock to 30 seconds.
So let's look at some of the crazy plays. It started off at the beginning of the game with that 58-yard run. Well, there's a scrum.
And the ball pops loose.
Yeah.
Tink Boyd. Right place, right time, right finish. 77 yards, wasn't it?
77 for that return, yes.
And that one just got away from him there. Devontae Webster gets in there, gets the freebie. That's an early Halloween present.
Oh, the Boyd run was 58. And then you had the 77 with Omari Hill Robinson's return but that was Williams.
On the loose on that. So again, a lot of big plays, a lot of excitement, Charlie. Been a fun game to watch. Appreciate the correction.
2nd and 21. They call their second timeout. 30 seconds is the time remaining. The ball spotted all the way back at the 41-yard line. So they lost 11 yards on that sack. It's 2nd and 21. They're just going to keep the ball on the ground and just run this clock out, going off the left side with Jimmy Robinson, rather. Jimmy Robinson, the 3rd. We talked to Coach about Jimmy Robinson and about his team, and it was any player that surprised you, came and stepped up above what we thought they were going to do this year. It was Jimmy Robinson. All right, it was a big surprise for the coach, and he's really stepped up as a leader of this team. So we're at halftime here in Grambling. 21-14 is our halftime score. We'll be back with halftime activities. We'll see the Grambling marching band right here. And the home team leading it by a touchdown, 21-14.
So it's going to come down to this. Can they do it?
They missed it! Wait a minute! There's a flag on the play!
Team, it's been a grind, but I think I've aged you well. Some might say perfect. Who's ready to show 'em who's the cheesiest?
I woke up feeling the cheesiest, coach!
Cheese!
Cheez-It, official sponsor of the college football playoff.
10% can make all the difference in the world. It's the difference between every day and days unlike any other. 10% is the difference between just another moment and a memory that lasts forever. 10% can turn anywhere into your arena and stories into legends. But now, with 10% below MSRP on select 2023 Jeep vehicles, 10% doesn't just make all the difference in the world, it lets you see it too.
With HBCU Go this homecoming season.
Second down and 19, goes deep, a perfect pass.
For the vibes, the culture, the bands, and the best matchups of the season.
Kick is up, and it's no good.
Now they're heading the opposite way. What a change of fate.
Arkansas Pine Bluff takes on Prairie View A&M live for homecoming Saturday, November 4th, 3 to Central on HBCUGO.tv or download the new HBCU Go mobile app.
I'm not the future, I am now.
Welcome to the Griot, bringing you the stories that move us.
It's very important that everybody is represented. We control how we're produced, depicted, and how we're seen around the world.
From breaking news to culture, politics, and entertainment.
We'll be here every day to keep you on top of what's happening in the world as we know it.
The power in this room is unbelievable. All you have to do is just feel it and believe it.
Available daily on thegrio.com, the Griot cable network, and our free streaming platform.
Howdy and welcome to Dallas.
Okay, Atlanta.
Finally, the sunshine looks to be returning.
Hey there, it's Friday. I'm Sasha. Local now. Where you are is where it's at.
Let's take a look at this week's HBCU Go Top 10 poll as voted on by our select panel. Southern University breaks into the top 10 this week. The Jaguars are in a three-way tie for the SWAC West crown and hosts Texas Southern. Tuskegee moved up to 9th after beating Savannah State. Fayetteville State is poised to win the CIAA South when they take on Shaw University and is 8th after beating Johnson C. Smith to go 6-2. Jackson State held on to the number 7 spot after beating Mississippi Valley. Virginia State was upset by Elizabeth City and dropped to number 6 and is in a battle with number 5 Virginia Union for the CIAA North title. Both teams are 7-1. Tennessee State moved up a couple of spots to 4th after their 3rd straight win. The Tigers are 5-2. The top 3 teams remained intact. Number 3 Benedict is unbeaten at 8-0 and look to stay that way on the road at Savannah State. Number 2 North Carolina Central had a date with Buddy Pugh's South Carolina State team on Thursday. And number 1 Florida A&M at 6-1 controls its own destiny and can stay unbeaten in conference play and win the SWAC East when they host Prairie View for homecoming. That's a look at this week's HBCU Go Top 10 poll. We'll be back with more halftime activities.
BCU.TV.
Welcome back to Grambling State University. It is halftime here. Grambling State leads Bethune-Cookman 21-14, and now it is time for our highly anticipated halftime show with the bands. We are about to see Grambling State's world-famed Tiger Marching Band. Now, this band director is Dr. Nicole Roebuck, who is just only one of 4 female directors for HBCU bands. She's taken them all over the world, with HBCU NBA Classic to E40's bands video to a collab with Adidas and the one and only Beyonce. We are so excited to see what they have playing for us. Let's go enjoy the show. that I was down here on the sidelines jamming to all the old school jams. That was the world famed Tiger Marching Band showing us their tunes. Now make sure you stay with us. We'll be right back after this break with more halftime stats.
I love you, Grace.
That's all here on Pets.tv.
Well, let's take a look at our halftime stats here in this game. That's a 21-14 lead by the home team. Grambling, their last home game on Senior Day. And you see Grambling kind of controlling the stats right now with 251 total yards and just, 106 yards for this Bethune-Cookman team. And the time of possession actually favors Bethune-Cookman as opposed to 14 minutes for this Grambling team. And these halftime stats brought to you by My Black is Beautiful. So we'll be back. More halftime activities. Second half coming your way from Grambling, Louisiana in just a moment.
Hey, deal lovers, here's something new.
Having good taste shouldn't cost you a good deal. And in this hut, $7 gets you both.
The all-new $7 deal lovers menu at Pizza Hut.
Because it's only a deal if you love it.
I'm coming in hot.
You know CarMax has a 30-day money-back guarantee on every car they sell.
Yep, they named it after me.
No, they didn't.
It's my nickname, Steph 30-day money-back guarantee Curry.
Nobody calls you that.
Will you marry me?
Miss you so much. We miss you.
Get Google Pixel 8 free at T-Mobile.
Go home with HBCU Go this homecoming season.
Second down and 19, goes deep, a perfect pass.
For the vibes, the culture, the bands, and the best matchups of the season.
Kick is up, and it's no good.
Now they're heading the opposite way. What a change of fate.
Arkansas Pine Bluff takes on Prairie View A&M live for homecoming Saturday, November 4th, 3, 2 Central on HBCUGO.tv or download the new HBCU Go mobile app.
You can't stop a force of nature. This hurricane season, rely on one of your own. It's a fact. No other news network out there is trusted more than the Weather Channel.
This is epic.
Trusted to give you every advantage before the storm. Trusted to be there where and when you need us. Trusted to bring you every angle of the storm using landfall cams on our streaming TV app.
Absolutely unbelievable.
Because America doesn't trust hurricane season to just anyone.
She's fair.
Untrue, Your Honor.
What, you're going to have your turn.
She's inquisitive.
What in the world led to this young lady finding you in this compromising situation?
She's very frank.
You should never start anything you're not prepared to finish.
Compassionate.
I see a family that still loves each other, and I'm glad to see it.
And firm.
The only thing that matters in this particular courtroom, sir, is how I see it.
Watch Equal Justice with Judge Ebony K. Williams. Check your local listings for times and channel. The biggest comedy stars.
I give her my heart, but she wanted my what?
Kidney. Wall-to-wall laughs.
What is it called when an elderly woman has an affair?
Grandma did what?
It's the comedy game show.
There is an edible version of Scrabble.
Going to the bathroom spells disaster.
Funny you should ask. Check your local listings for times and channel.
21-14 our score here at halftime as you look at Mr. Bethea there, the quarterback for this Bethune-Cookman team. And it kind of looked, John, at this beginning of this game, of course, Bethune-Cookman did something they hadn't done all season long, and that's they took the opening possession, opening drive, went all the way down the field and scored.
Yeah, crazy fourth down, too, but a really exciting first quarter, Charlie. A lot to show you, and again, a lot to reflect back on. But this game has been fun and a lot of big breaks. And on that first drive, going for it on fourth down, they just needed a yard, and then things got a little crazy. Ball pops loose. Tink Boyd, right place at the right time. He zooms 58 yards to light it up. First time they scored in the first quarter?
First time they scored on the first possession.
Wow.
All season long. And then, of course, Grambling comes up with Webster and the fumble recovery in the end zone that tied the score. And then, of course, Chance Williams. What a game he's had. His first touchdown of the day, it covered 3 yards.
Yeah, Chance Williams making it big. And then the Grambling defense doing a nice job. And also on the other side, these guys putting pressure on the quarterback, so neither quarterback really having a chance to do much today, so they leave it to the running backs. And once again, Chance Williams, 105 yards rushing, over 13 yards per carry.
That was a 61-yard touchdown run, and then Amari Hill-Robinson scoops up a fumble and returns this 77 yards, and that's the way we stand here. 21-14 our score as we get ready to start the second half, and Grambling will get the ball to start the second half because they deferred in the first at the opening tip.
Yeah, Charlie, 3 of those touchdowns on crazy plays you don't see very often, but this is what it's all about. You're in SWAC play, anybody's ball game, so again, you favor Grambling coming in, but I'll tell you, after a couple of flukes, BCU only 1 touchdown behind on the road, a chance maybe to get back in this thing right now.
All right, let's go down to Courtney right now. Courtney, what do you have for us?
Hey, Charlie, we spoke to both coaches at halftime. Now for BCU, coach says he wants to put his team in a better position to succeed in the second half. He says on defense, close those gaps. He does not want to see any more long drives down the field on the ground. And as for Grambling State, coach says consistency will be key in the second. He says his team had a lot of missed opportunities in that red zone, and he wants to make sure that his team does not leave those opportunities hanging here in the second. Charlie.
Yes, and I understand exactly what he's saying because, of course, they got down to the Bethune 8, missed the 25-yard field goal, and that was
bad.
And then they punted. They got down to at the 38-yard line, and they punted. They got to the 40 and punted. So they were across midfield. They're in Bethune-Cookman's territory and failed to put any
run
points
out
on
of
the board.
gas.
Yeah.
So again, within striking distance a few times. So again, finishing drives can kill a team if you don't get it done, and that's why failing to take advantage of those situations, they're only up by 7.
And here's the other thing, when you look at a stat that we did not talk about, was third down conversions. So far today, Grambling 0 of 6 in third downs.
Yeah, man, you're not going to be happy about that, but they are in the lead. They're at home right now, a chance to bounce back after that loss 2 weeks ago, but you need to take advantage when the other team gives it to you.
Fielded on the far sideline and run out of bounds after a pretty good return. Well, not too much, but again, fairly good field position right now for this Grambling University team. And the ball will be spotted at the 29-yard line. So the first possession of the second half, Grambling punted 5 times in the first half.
So we'll get a chance to see what kind of adjustments they made at halftime here on this offense. They've had a great running game, but Miles Crawley, their star quarterback, hasn't really had a chance to get loose. Solid game, but he's had the defenders in his face all day, sacked 3 times in that first half. Makes it tough on any quarterback.
He has not thrown an interception, although he's thrown 4 in the last 2 ball games. And they're keeping the ball on the ground, and nothing doing for the running game of the Grambling Tigers right now, as Chance Williams, the man who chalked up some big yards in the first half, they hold him in check. So it'll be second down. He loses about 3 yards on the play. 2nd and 13.
And Grambling, their strength has been their offense. So again, they need to put points up because their defense has not really been that tough all year.
Crawley back to pass, throws incomplete, in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, Lyndon Rash.
A little bit behind him, still a catchable ball anytime it hits you right in the hands, but his momentum moving forward made it tough to reach back and stab that one.
Lyndon Rash is a good one. They say he finds the open spots. Not the fastest man on the team, but leads by example, and is tied #1 in the conference in touchdowns with 6 coming into today's game.
And you saw a guy a few years back by the name of Jerry Rice, maybe not the fastest, but he knew what to do with the rock.
And no question, and knew how to get open. 3rd down. Crawley steps up, has a complete near side, and it's Javon Robinson. And Robinson will be shy of a first down, spotted at about the 33-yard line. It'll bring up 4th down. 4th and 7.
Yeah, good job of getting it out to his man, but his pattern wasn't that deep. So again, even on the connection and some yards after the catch, still short, far short of the first down.
So again, Jimmy Isles has done a lot of punting in this ball game so far. 5 times already. Will be punting it away. And the man to receive this punt is Tink Boyd, the grad student out of Richmond, Virginia. Line drive kick. And it's going to bounce, takes a Grambling bounce and continues to bounce. And down at the 15-yard line. So that's where they'll mark it at the 16, a 52-yard punt by Isles. 1st down and 10.
Sticking with Bethea at QB, so I was kind of curious what they might do, but again, they have been riding number 13 this entire game so far, really giving him a chance to see if he can prove his worth to try and lock down that #1 spot.
When you talk to Coach Raymond Woody about his team, he said he's been encouraged, even though they've been struggling this year in his first year, but he's been encouraged by the way the team has stuck together.
You're right.
And they work together, and they're gritty, they fight until the end, and they care about each other. And I think that's one of the things that's encouraging for him as a coach.
Timeout. Timeout. Grambling.
So Grambling uses a timeout, their first of the second half. And they're just going on defense for the first time. Don't understand it, but I'm not the coach.
Are you good?
No, I think I'm late on my car insurance.
Good thing the General gives you a break when you need it.
Yeah, with flexible payment options to keep you covered. Just tag us in.
For a great low rate, go with the General.
There's only one direction to go. We have to get in sync, find my brothers, and band together.
Now let's roll!
know you think it's risky, but family's always worth it. We're scaling the walls.
My feet hurt. Carry me.
You have to be a big boy.
I don't wanna.
How do you know which wires to cut?
I'm just blasting everything until something turns off.
Hello? This just got way more complicated.
Trolls Band Together. Rated PG. Sneak previews November 4th. In theaters everywhere November 17th.
Go home with HBCU Go this homecoming season.
Second down and 19 goes deep. A perfect pass.
For the vibes, the culture, the bands, and the best matchups of the season.
Kick is up, and it's no good.
Now they're heading the opposite way. What a change of fate.
Arkansas Pine Bluff takes on Prairie View A&M live for homecoming Saturday, November 4th, 3, 2 Central on HBCUGO.tv or download the new HBCU Go mobile app.
All rise.
No soap opera.
Do I need to come down there?
No lying.
You owe him an apology.
Judge Hatchett has seen it all.
I guess. I told him.
You guess.
And with over 20 years on the bench, she knows when someone is trying to get away with it.
It's still a lie.
Never predictable, always powerful.
This is bigger than money.
Don't miss The Verdict with Judge Hatchett. Check your local listings for times and channel.
I'm not the future, I am now.
Welcome to The Griot, bringing you the stories that move us.
Very important that everybody is represented. We control how we're produced, depicted, and how we're seen around the world.
Available on thegriot.com, the Griot cable network, and our free streaming platform.
Here in the third quarter, 21-14, Grambling with a 7-point advantage over Bethune-Cookman, and our Olaskin Scholar Athlete of the Week. Grambling University is number 3 defensive back Marquise Britton. He's a grad student studying public administration. He has a 3.8 grade point average, received his undergraduate degree in computer information systems in the fall of 2021, and will graduate with his master's degree in May. So congratulations to that young man, Marquise Britton, Grambling University, our Olaskin Scholar Athlete. Here's Buffet. Buffet out to the 20-yard line. Well, he'll still be about 5 yards shy of a first down. It'll be 3rd down and 5.
That's really been the story all day in that first half, Charlie. The Grambling defense putting pressure on, the pocket collapsing on top of Bethea, and he was actually able to dance out once again, and that's where he's gotten most of his rushing yards, just stepping up the pocket and taking it downfield.
2nd down. In motion to carry Allen Johnson. He settles in a slot at the top, and they give it off to the running back, Jimmy Robinson III. We talked about him just before halftime about how he's been a tremendous leader for this Bethune-Cookman team, and big surprise for Coach Raymond Woody.
Yeah, definitely a positive on their offense. However, today on the running game, they have not been able to do much of anything. Under 20 yards rushing so far.
3rd and 6. You talk about Raymond Woody, a longtime assistant at a number of schools under Willie Taggart, who's now the running backs coach for the Baltimore Ravens. Florida Atlantic, Florida State, Oregon, South Florida, Western Kentucky, all of those schools before taking over the head job here. Played it, Bethune, picked off, intercepted, and coming up with the INT.
Donald Lee, I believe. Number 23. He telegraphed that pass, Charlie.
Junior out of Houston, Texas. 9 yards on the return. So the interception.
Yeah, he just let the entire stadium know where he wanted to throw that the entire time, and that was an easy pickoff for Lee. Stepped up right in the box, and he was looking his receiver down the entire time. Allowed Lee to make the break on the ball. Perfect timing. Grambling ball heading the other way.
At the Bethune 18. And this is a team that has thrown, that is Bethune, only 4 interceptions coming into today's ball game.
And that one hurts.
At the most inopportune time, right?
Got that right.
You believe that's only the 2nd interception for Grambling this year?
Yeah, they've been pretty good turnover-wise.
No.
You're talking about on their taking it away, the takeaway.
Yes.
Yeah, that's not good. That's why their defense has struggled near the bottom of the SWAC.
2nd and 13 after a loss of 3 on that last play. So Grambling with the ball. This drive started at their own 18 after they intercepted the pass from Bethea. Ball spotted right now at the 21-yard line.
Huge opportunity.
Robinson in the slot to the top. Here's a reverse coming to the near side. Can they get it on the inside? And brought down from behind was Robinson. Robinson, who was in the slot, coming from the opposite side, tries to turn the corner and has trouble getting away from the defense, and that's Laquan Johnson Jr.
Yeah, nice job of him not getting fooled. He stayed at home and actually shut that down. Without him on that edge, that one's trouble.
Senior out of Flint, Michigan. A gain of 1 on the play to be 3rd down and 12. See what they dial up right now. Tony Hull is the offensive coordinator. There's the pass, incomplete. You may have seen a no flag. But the helmet comes off of a player for Bethune, C.J. Guidry. There he is right there, a wide receiver out of Pearland, Texas.
See that as a nice ball just in there, unable to grab it. Antonio Jones, he popped up and said he wanted to get the flag. But Omar Hill Robinson, right place, shutting that down.
37-yard field goal attempt. He missed one from 25 yards earlier. This one coming from 37 for the field goal kicker, Tanner Rinker. Rinker, the kick is up, has the distance, and it is good. No good. No good. So he's missed 2 today. No good. Unfortunately, he missed 2 field goals. They could be up by a little more than they are right now. We'll be back.
In 1920, an athletic league was formed and slowly became one of the leading sports associations in the world of collegiate athletics, the Southwestern Athletic Conference. Today, the SWAC is looking towards the next century, growing, supporting, and transforming our intercollegiate sports activities for student athletes and promoting academic excellence. Each SWAC member institution represents a high level of integrity and sportsmanship. We are the SWAC.
With Pi Prime, you can make pizza here, back here, and even way up here. You can make them fancy, like this, or keep it simple, like this. You can share with friends, or keep it all to yourself. You can be an artisan pizza pro, or maybe less so. You can do pizza your way with an oven that's simple enough to be your first and powerful enough to be your last. Pi Prime Pizza Oven by Solo Stove.
Recipe.tv.
A couple weeks ago, homecoming was held here on the campus of Grambling State University. That young man was a linebacker, Jaquavius Richmond, a 6'2", 250-pound redshirt sophomore. He's from Shreveport, Louisiana. He was injured in their game against LSU, the second game of the season. Stayed in the hospital for a while down in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and is back home. Came to homecoming a couple weeks ago, and the spirits are very high, and everybody was so glad to see him, and he's doing much better than expected.
And the spirit of that young man, the positivity, you saw him smiling in those photos. He just seems so appreciative, but everybody has rallied around him. We saw him on the field yesterday. Coach said hello to him, and I'm just amazed and blown away and so happy that he's up and about and feeling like he has some positivity in his life.
Big run that time, and first down gain for Bethune-Cookman as they try to stay in this ball game. They're down by a touchdown, 9:05.
They're in it.
Time remaining
They're in it
in
very
this
much.
third quarter.
Grambling leaving the door open. They've had some scoring chances that got away, and Bethune-Cookman now, if they can get something sustainable, they can get this thing right back in their control.
Still second and 10. Ball spotted just shy of the 35-yard line. Spotted at the 34. Again, running straight ahead, picking up some yards. Is the running back, Jimmy Robinson. That correction, that is not Jimmy Robinson. That is Jaden Bivens this time. Bivens, sophomore out of Tampa, Florida, went to Cambridge Christian High School. 5'10", 180-pound sophomore.
And he's got a lot of good playing time this year.
5-yard penalty, replay, first down.
They had a penalty against the Grambling Tigers.
Coach not thrilled with the explanation from the stripes on that one.
It is second down and 5. Ball at the 39. Bivens going to the right side. And Bivens was not going to go
bouncing off,
but he
people.
did bounce off somebody. I didn't think he was going anywhere because Quentin Talley, the nickelback, had him wrapped up.
You know, and that's what coaches will preach. Don't just come up and make the big bring the wood hit. You got to wrap people up, and Bivens, playing a pinball, takes this one outside. But as you say, Charlie, looked like his progress was stopped. Big hit here, but you got to wrap the arm, son. Bivens pushing that for good yards.
Now timeout. They're going to measure to see if he got the first down. That's why they're taking the timeout. There's Bivens over on the sideline now.
A little shaken up.
Sophomore out of Tampa, and there's another player that's down on the field, and we'll be back.
This is not just a refill. This is being independent. Together. Walgreens.
The power of the Weather Channel, now available to everyone.
This is epic!
Trusted live coverage when it matters most is now yours to stream with the Weather Channel TV app, real-time radar, and maps that let you track all the action.
Let's get into the details.
Personalization, customization, hundreds of hours of your favorite shows, and so much more. There's never been a better way for everyone to watch the Weather Channel. Available now on these platforms. Go to streamtwc.com to start your free 7-day trial.
America's Court with Judge Ross.
Hold on. This has nothing to do with the necklace. You don't get to control what happens up in here?
Judge Ross is back with all new cases.
Did he say to you, I think you're cheating on me?
Yes.
We had you take a lie detector test.
And the same attitude.
I asked the questions up in here.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Daytime Emmy nominated for Outstanding Legal Courtroom Program.
Case closed.
This is America's Court with Judge Ross. Check your local listings for times and channel. Laughter is contagious on comedy.tv.
What does a Canadian horse look like?
It's like an American horse, but nicer.
The jokes never end on comedy.tv. Check your local listings for times and channel.
We have officially had landfall now of Hurricane Ian.
It's nothing like any other hurricane we ever have been through.
We're the Bostons.
We're here to help rebuild some of these homes.
We only allow ourselves 5 days per home.
So it's time for our crew to move on in, and we're going to ask you to head on out.
Now it's time to go inside.
Ooh, Lord have man. That's so amazing.
Now that's a fast home rescue.
And there you see the young man, Quentin Talley, who was the man who got bell rung a little bit by Bivens on that last run, being helped off the field as they lose yards on that play. They did pick up the first down on the last run, but they lose 4 on this run. So it'll be 2nd down and 14.
A lot of pressure from the backside on that one. The defense coming strong to shut it down. A loss of 4 yards.
It is 2nd down. We'll call it 14. Here's Bethea rolling right. Just throws that one away. Nobody home.
He threw that up to the hot dog.
Yeah, I tell you. You throw it up that high in this stadium, you're doing something. They call it the hole. This stadium was built, I believe, back in 1983.
I like the setup. I mean, it's a long walk for the players, but it's a cool setup the way this is just sunken down into the earth.
19,000 seats. So it's 3rd down and 14 now. In motion, Jimmy Robinson. Bethea throws, has it complete in the middle of the field and good enough for a 1st down. And on the receiving end is Jalen Tozado, sophomore out of Liberty City, Florida, 17 yards. Good for a 1st down and moving the chains forward.
Trying to keep that offense moving, but give Bethea nice credit.
Another player down for the Grambling Tigers, down on the ground.
Might be a cramp the way he's pulling on that foot, trying to loosen up that cap. But watch this. Bethea feels the pressure from the left, then he feels it from the front. Watch, Lewis Matthews comes in, lays a hit on him, but he gets the pass off. Nice connection, and this is the type of momentum they need to start that offense moving, and maybe Bethea starting to feel his own magic.
Yeah. And again, Tarzado was the man who made the catch. Coming off the field is Javon Carter from Lemanville, Louisiana, junior defensive player, comes in at 6'4", 258. So we talk about the Legacy Bowl, and we've had some more players that have committed to play in the Legacy Bowl. Jamaray Shareed, the wide receiver from Florida A&M. Irv Mulligan, running back from Jackson State. Latrell Collier, running back from Florida A&M. And Donovan Riddick, quarterback, doing a great job for West Virginia State. So 12 commitments so far for the December 24th game that'll be in New Orleans. And great defense that time, and not allowing anybody to get away. And he's one of those men that's going to be playing in that game. Matthews for Grambling, Lewis Matthews, as is his teammate from Grambling, Sunday Anderson. So you see what their stats are on that gentleman. And of course, as mentioned, Sunday out of Anderson, the defensive end, also going to play in that Legacy Bowl. 2nd and 16, trying to keep the ball on the ground and not much running room that time for our quarterback.
Yeah, Bethea on that one, it was kind of a slow motion quarterback draw. He was very leisurely, just stepping up in that pocket, taking a little afternoon stroll here.
No gain on the play. 3rd and 16 right now. Stewart comes to the near side. Robinson beside him. Offsides is Anderson.
Way offside.
Well, we were just talking about him going to the Legacy Bay. He was trying to get there early. Trying to get to New Orleans a little early.
That's funny. Yeah, he almost beat the ball to the quarterback.
Anderson, a 6'5", 240-pounder. He's out of College Park, Georgia, at the North Clayton High. As you look at
Yeah, he gets around
Coach
too. I like the way that Anderson plays.
Jackson, yeah.
Active.
He is. When we were here before, I told him the name was going to be submitted. He says, okay. And then when I saw him yesterday, he says, oh, I said I'm going to play.
I accept it. I'm in. Thank you, Charlie.
It is 3rd down now and 11. They keep moving it a little bit closer with penalties. Remember, Grambling One of the most penalized teams in the conference. And quarterback throws it, has it complete, far sideline.
Got it.
And on the reception that time was Terzado once again, but still short of a first down. That'll be 5 yards shy, or maybe 6 yards shy. They got about 5 on the play. So it'll be 4th down and 6. And they're going to go for it.
Hey, last time they had some luck. The ball popped loose and they were able to score a touchdown. See what they can do on this.
4th down. Second in the conference in 4th down conversion, 66%. Can they convert this time? They've done it once. And it's caught, but out of bounds. Unfortunately, by Terzado. He caught it, but he was out of bounds. Now, that's one of those situations, had he gone out of bounds, came back in, he could catch it, even if he's the first one to touch it, because if he's pushed out by the defender, he's good. If he steps out on his own and comes back in, he cannot be the first to catch it. But neither way, this one's incomplete. He's out of bounds. HBCU Go Sports Football is being brought to you by My Black is Beautiful. All black, all beautiful. And by CarMax. Don't just like your next car. Find a car you'll love with CarMax. The way car buying should be.
Not quite the same car.
Robinson Stadium on the campus of Grambling State University. Harris-Williams Field. And, of course, Bethune-Cookman shooting themselves in the foot. They 11 plays that last drive, 446 yards, used up almost 5 minutes off the clock and came away with nothing. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, that's a tough one to swallow, especially when you had a chance to go down and possibly tie this game up. But they just offensively, they just haven't connected the pieces today.
4:30 remaining in the third quarter here. And again, 253 yards on the ground or total yards, I should say, for Grambling, and only 146 for Bethune today. Back to pass, Crawley, a little screen on the left side, and tripped up. Good defensive play as Javon Robinson could not get loose. And I believe it was Nicholas Rawls who came up to make the stop defensively.
Yeah, solid defense on that play. Preventing anything. They tried to get it out for that little spot pass, had a blocker in front of him, but they actually lost yardage.
Now there's a discussion with officials downfield. Some of the downfield officials. Let's see what we come up with. Wyan Myers.
There's no foul for offensive pass interference. The ball was caught behind the line of scrimmage, 3rd down.
So it's 3rd and 14 now after that. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, so there's no penalty for offensive pass interference. 3rd down. 3rd and 14. Grambling by a touchdown in the contest. No scoring here in the second half of this game. Most of the points were scored in the first quarter. Little screen again to the left side. And running straight through and close to the 1st down. I believe that was Elder. Yes. Keelan Elder out of Duncanville High School in Dallas, Texas. First time he's carried the ball today.
About a yard short of that. Did they get the 1st down? They actually
got
moved the
first
marker.
down.
Yeah, nice. Got in a friendly spot.
Again, going the opposite way and nothing doing. Not getting away this time from Laquan Johnson was the quarterback. Miles Crawley.
4th time, I believe, he's been sacked today. Again, they've been really doing a nice job of breaking through the front line, and Laquan Johnson has had a very active day. He's letting Miles Crawley get to know him on a personal basis.
Yeah, Laquan, a senior. He's out of Flint, Michigan. Started his career at Central Michigan before transferring here to Grambling. It is 2nd down, 14. Pass out in the flat on the near side. This time it's Javon Robinson again. Javon Robinson run out of bounds at about the 45-yard line, where he still will need 8 yards, about 9 yards to get a 1st down.
You know, he had an escort out in front of him, actually 2 players unfortunately for Grambling, they both blocked the same man as opposed to picking up different defenders so they could spring him free.
Yeah, they escorted the wrong way.
Exactly.
3rd down and 11 now. Ball spotted at the 43-yard line. Crawley under pressure, and he is going to be sacked. Going down with the big sack, big number 46, Conroy Cunningham II, senior out of West Palm Beach, Florida.
Pressure, pressure, pressure. They've done it all day, and Crawley, again, rarely having time to think too much. Tried to scramble out, but you got Cunningham coming in from behind and said, why don't we just shut this one down this time, big boy?
This drive started at their own 34. They lost 3 yards on the drive. They're punting from their own 31. This one will go out of bounds, and Bethune-Cookman will take over. Of course, the SWAC is going to induct 6 new people into their Hall of Fame. That induction ceremony will take place December 15th in Atlanta. Anthony Ambrose from Mississippi Valley played football there. Was a defensive back and kickoff returner. Played in the NFL for 13 years. All-pro defensive back with Cincinnati. Mary Curry at Grambling. She was a heck of a basketball player from 83 to 87. Scored over 2,200 points and had over 900 rebounds. Ike Holt, Alcorn State University defensive back, 1981 to 84. SWAC championship. Champion, covered Jerry Rice in that big game down in Jackson. Charles McClellan Sr., Alcorn basketball. Gloucester Richardson, a wide receiver whose brothers also played at Jackson State. He was a great, and his brothers also played in the National Football League. And last but not least, we got to mention Eddie Davis, who's a 30-year equipment manager, Texas Southern for 17 years and 13 years at Prairie View. He graduated from Prairie View. So congratulations to those 6 going into the SWAC Hall of Fame. Ambrose, Curry, Holt, McClellan, Richardson, and Eddie Davis. When you talk about Gloucester Richardson, as you see a player injured down there, Gloucester played 10 years in the NFL. He had a brother named Willie, a brother named Thomas, and he was played with the Super Bowl. Got a Super Bowl ring with the Kansas City Chiefs, Super Bowl IV, and with the Dallas Cowboys in Super Bowl VI.
The big HOF Hall of Fame honor, and that is quite the illustrious thing to have in your career. And Charlie, you know that being in the Black College Football Hall of Fame yourself, that's something that you don't really think about as you're coming up. You're doing what you want to do. As Sunday
Yeah, Anderson
gets off the field on his own power.
That was the other young man we talked about that committed to play in this Legacy Bowl in December. I'm sorry, February. In February. And of course, we had Senior Day today. Let's go down to Courtney with more of what happened with all our seniors today.
Hey, Charlie, it was Senior Day like we just mentioned, and in honor of that, Coach says he has a few seniors who have done just an exceptional job this year, making a lasting impact on this team. Those players, now we just saw Sonny Anderson, Lewis Matthew, and Kirk Snurl. These players have worked hard their entire career, setting them up for success after graduation. Now, a couple of players have aspirations of competing at the next level, while Kirk plans to take his degree to the workforce. He's an incredible student who's pursuing his master's and recently won an academic award. We wish these seniors the best as they look to advance and move on from this GSU football team. Charlie.
All right. Well, we saw a big thank you so much, Courtney. You saw Jalen Terzado, man, wide open. The ball was just a little bit too big. He couldn't get under it, but he had steps on the defender. And but they had led him a little bit too much. It'll be 3rd down and 5.
Yeah, man, put a little too much turbo on that pass. I know, but they would love to have that one back. Terzado was running out saying, trying to decide how he's going to do his touchdown dance.
Yeah, he had already had it practiced.
Exactly.
Just didn't have the ball with him. That's the unfortunate part. Quarterback keeper. He's going to go all the way on his own. And there's Bethea, runs out of bounds and picks up the 1st down across midfield. That's into Grambling territory.
Yeah, so you keep the chains moving here, and again, I have a feeling they're going to come back to whatever play they ran to have Terzado so wide open. That was the one time that he connects on that one. We are all tied up, but they've had a chance a few times, Charlie. They're giving him some time, but it's been very inconsistent on this offense.
You know, Joe Gerbino calling the offense. He's the coordinator for Bethune-Cookman. We have 3 quarters in the books. Back with the final 15 from Grambling in a moment.
Andrew just saved big on a laser hair remover at Amazon. 'Cause less hair, more air. Some people just know what road to take. Those are the people who know to choose Allstate.
The service road is faster.
Turn left.
Not happening.
He knows better than any GPS, and he'd point you in Allstate's direction.
Go all the way down the road past the big gray warehouse.
Take the next exit.
You're not from around here, so you don't know the back roads.
I don't want to be late for the party.
I'm gonna save us 5 minutes.
Some people just know what road to take.
You're on the fastest route.
Those are the people who know safe drivers save 40% with Allstate.
Go home with HBCU Go this homecoming season.
2nd down and 19, goes deep, a perfect pass.
For the vibes, the culture, the bands, and the best matchups of the season.
Kick is up, and it's no good.
Now they're heading the opposite way. What a change of fate. Arkansas Pine Bluff takes on Prairie View A&M live for homecoming Saturday, November 4th, 3, 2 Central on HBCUGO.tv or download the new HBCU Go mobile app.
The power of the Weather Channel, now available to everyone.
This is epic!
Trusted live coverage when it matters most is now yours to stream with the Weather Channel TV app, real-time radar, and maps that let you track all the action.
Let's get into the details.
Personalization, customization, hundreds of hours of your favorite shows, and so much more. There's never been a better way for everyone to watch the Weather Channel. Available now on these platforms. Go to streamtwc.com to start your free 7-day trial.
Last season, Torre sat down with Francis Tiafu, Jennifer King, Doc Rivers, Debbie Allen, Keenan Thompson, Tyler Perry, and Don Peebles. This season, on Masters of the Game, Maisha Kai sits down with Tabitha Brown, Charles King, Jesse Collins, Nikki Giovanni, and more. Catch up on thegrio.com or the Grio app. Check your local listings for The Grio.
The Grio. Everywhere you watch, any way you want to watch, and it's free.
Welcome back to Grambling State University. Coach, at the half, we talked about making sure we don't let Bethune-Cookman hang in this game. Now, how do you make sure you close it out in the fourth?
We got to finish it. We just got to finish this game. They're doing a hell of a job, but we're not helping ourselves neither. So we got to find a way to get the ball in the end zone.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Good luck.
And I understand what he's saying, because, again, in this second half, they've had the ball 3 times. They punted, they missed it twice, and they missed a 37-yard field goal. So they've missed 2 field goals in this contest already. So they should be up by a little more than they are.
They've also avoided taking advantage of some great situations and great field position.
As we start the fourth quarter here, they run the ball straight ahead. Again, DeAndre McCutcheon, first time we've seen him run the ball for Bethune today. He's a redshirt freshman. He's out of Fort Myers, Florida.
Well, Sunday's back in the game.
He's back in there quickly.
But he's limping around a little bit, man. Anderson, you can tell, still feeling the after effects of whatever's ailing him.
Second down and 10. No gain on the last play. Again, they give the ball off to McCutcheon. And McCutcheon back to the line of scrimmage. That's about it. McCutcheon comes in at 5'6". So he's one of those bowling balls. you don't see him. You know, you hide it behind those big linemen, the 6'3s and the 6, like Hammond and McAlpin and Loving, and hopefully he'll disappear.
That's what they hope. But redshirted freshman getting some nice playing time.
Oh, offsides.
Take the
free
freebie.
play, and it's complete on the far sideline and going out of bounds after gaining the first down.
Tink Boyd, nice job climbing that ladder, man. It looks like he got even both feet. You only need one in college, but he was Johnny on the spot getting both feet down.
That'll probably be declined. You declined that penalty.
Oh,
absolutely.
absolutely.
Yeah. They made. I didn't understand one penalty they took earlier, but I think this was a no-brainer.
100% agree.
So it's a first down, result of the play.
Tink Boyd already has that touchdown on that freaky play in the first quarter, but watch this skywalking, gets both feet down, preparing for the idea of playing in the NFL. That's how the big boys do it.
First and 10 now, 3 receivers at the top of your screen, and now just threw it too big. He had, again, Tink Boyd out there. That's who he was trying to get the ball to. He was between 3 defenders, and had he kept the ball on a level plane, it might have been complete.
Yeah, that ball was definitely off the mark, but Boyd did a nice job curling between the linebackers and the DB, so he found that nice soft opening. Unfortunately for his sake, Bethea could not find him.
Again, McCutcheon stays in, the redshirt freshman, at the running back spot to the right of his quarterback. Bethea looking, throws it, and incomplete. Far side again. This one intended for Stewart, Omari Stewart, sophomore out of Miami Gardens, Florida. Lee covering defensively for the Grambling Tigers.
Yeah, the Wildcats getting that almost bend, almost break type coverage from Grambling twice. I mean, he had a step there, had a bunch of steps earlier in the game, but I have a feeling they're going to connect on something coming up if that Grambling defense doesn't clamp down.
Why do you need a 30-yard pass? Why can't you? I would rather nickel and dime myself down to Fleo and pick up the first down. This is the 10th play of this drive coming up.
Well, they hit the, they had that one that was so wide open in the last quarter. They're probably thinking they want to get more of that glory and hit this guy.
Get the first down, but you're not going to get it with a sack, and that's what's happening.
Ball's loose.
Yeah, but the whistle blew. The whistle blew. I heard the whistle blow.
Yeah, I heard it too. It looked like his momentum was stopped.
Yeah, the whistle blew, so that will kill everything from a defensive standpoint. So to bring up a 4th down situation. The ball is blown dead at the 42-yard line of Grambling.
And that's what you do, Charlie. You teach your defenders to ball hawk. Anytime you can get your hands on, even the whistle is blown, always stay aggressive, stay hungry, try to spring it loose, because sooner or later you're going to get possession.
Frederic back to do the punting. Fielded at the 6. And some running room down the sideline. We got a flag. Illegal block in the back, and it occurred at about the 11-yard line. Good return, but it's going to come back.
And that one hurts because he already had that corner. And again, I like guys being aggressive, but that block's going to cost them big. Robinson had a chance to turn it up, and that one going to get yanked.
Yeah, it was
back.
good 36 yards, but the penalty occurred right at about the 11-yard line, 16-yard line.
Right as he turned the corner.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. I saw the block in the back, and I saw the official throw the flag, so we know that's going to come back. His mic hasn't been working. Here we go.
Illegal block in the back. Receiving team. Number 26. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down, Grambling.
Jaden Brunson, and we'll be back. There'll be a 10-yard penalty against the Grambling Tigers. They'll have the ball 1st and 10 at the 10.
Having friends over for the next game? Just tell Siri. Text Sam, don't forget the pizza.
Well, I'll tell you what, I don't know about the pizza today, but how about this? Hey, Siri, can you find us a birthday cake? From my man, Charlie Neal somewhere. We got a birthday cake anywhere in here? That's what we're talking about. Charlie Neal, the birthday boy today. Oh, that's a good looking one,
They actually brought a whole cake.
That's what we're talking. If anybody deserves a big chocolate cake, a big chocolate cake for the big chocolate Hall of Famer.
Siri delivered.
Siri does deliver. See? That's how we do it.
Made a believer out of me.
Boy? Yeah, exactly. I'll tell you what, man. It is a pleasure and an honor to be in your booth with you, Charlie. And the least we could do was serve you up a nice birthday cake. I know they've been flooding you with all the well wishes and well deserved.
Well, we had the sweet potato cheesecake earlier.
That's right, from our man O.J.
I'm going to give this to Yolanda.
Crazy cool cheesecake.
And let them hold on to it, and we'll share this after the game is over.
Thank you for that.
Thank you so much, and thank you, John.
No, come on, man. That's from the whole truck. You deserve it, man.
And there's a first down run. Lynn still on his feet.
Still working.
And working hard is Chance Williams. You know, he had lost some yards and went under 100. Now he's back over 100.
Now he's working back in the right direction.
Now he has 18 on that carry that time. Gives them some breathing room as they were buried deep in their own territory.
Up there working on it. Feeling that Charlie Neal birthday power.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, everybody.
Yeah, it's been fun, man. You deserve it.
Crawley on the outside has it complete and a first down in this game.
Flag.
And it's Rash on the reception Let's see what the penalty marker is all about. But coming into that play, Rash needed 28 yards to have 3,000 career passing yard. Not Rash,
Pass
but
interference.
Crawley.
Offense, number 10. That penalty will be enforced half the distance to the goal. Remains first down.
So they call offensive pass interference. He pushed off of. There he goes. Oh, yeah.
Big shove. Got him some space there to get open.
Yeah, on Iverson Clement. I mean, you just can't extend that arm out. If he just turned outside, he still would have been, because the defender had to turn all the way around to get back to where, thinking he's going to run a post, and he actually ran a corner.
And you know, a lot of times
to the
receivers,
outside.
just like a DB, they kind of hope the referee's maybe not paying attention. They try to sneak one in, but that was pretty blatant.
1st and 24 for the Tigers of Grambling. They're going around the corner, trying to pick up some additional yards as the running back Chance Williams gains a few. Darius Thomas is one of the men there to make the stop defensively for the Wildcats of Bethune-Cookman. And you look at Chance Williams, 5'10", 170-pound sophomore out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana. SWAC came into today's game second in touchdowns with 5. He has 2 already today, so he has 7 for the season. He was 4th in all-purpose yards, giving him about an average of 83 a game, and ranked 3rd in rushing, averaging 72 yards a game, and he's up that today.
Yeah, man, Chance Williams on display today, really showing everything he can do, and he is a power force of nature.
2nd and 15. Has the ball in the backfield, but nowhere to run. Sounds like Martha Vandella.
Nowhere to hide.
Darius Thomas there to make the stop.
I like when you break out the old school music, Charlie. I'm a big, big fan. And you being the former DJ, you know, you got quite the repertoire. And when we take the road trips, man, and he can sing too, ladies and gentlemen. You don't always get treated to it. My man can carry a note.
Yeah, that's all I do is carry it. Put it in my pocket.
Whatever you're doing is working, man.
3rd and 16. See what Crawley comes up with now in this 3rd and long situation.
They need a big one.
Lets it fly. Has a man over. It's out of bounds. No chance for anybody. Dickerson was the man closest to that pass, and that'll bring up a punting situation for these Tigers of Grambling. 7th time, or 8th time they've punted today. This will be their 8th punt of the afternoon. They missed 2 field goals. They scored. Their last touchdown came with 10 minutes left in the 2nd quarter. So
yeah,
there's been no scoring.
Yeah, man, it's been an explosive first half. Just really slowed down the pace here in this 2nd half. Now into the 4th quarter.
This one goes over the head.
No, he's gonna mess around
and lose it. You should have just let that one go.
Yeah, at that point you're playing with fire. You grab that ball when the defender's all in your face. He's lucky he didn't cough it up.
And that turned out to be a 63-yard punt for Mr. Isles. His longest was 65. That came against Alcorn. We'll be back.
Will you marry me?
Miss you so much. We miss you.
Get Google Pixel 8 free at T-Mobile.
Go home with HBCU Go this homecoming season.
2nd down and 19. Goes deep. A perfect pass.
For the vibes, the culture, the bands, and the best matchups of the season.
Kick is up, and it's no good.
Now they're heading the opposite way. What a change of fate.
Arkansas Pine Bluff takes on Prairie View A&M live for homecoming Saturday, November 4th, 3, 2 Central on HBCUGO.tv or download the new HBCU Go mobile app.
Welcome to The Griot, bringing you the stories that move us.
From culture, news, and politics, these are stories told in a way that is meaningful and important
for everyone.
From the clean water crisis in Jackson, Mississippi, abortion rights, mental health, and celebrity scoops.
We'll be here every day to keep you on top of what's happening in the world as we know it. The Griot, stories powered by us.
Watch our shows live every weeknight on the Griot cable. Check your local listings.
You're watching HBCU Go Sports, and it's powered by the Griot.
Charlie, that's friends helping friends there. You get there, you got to get your grades just right.
Just especially on TV.
Am I all right, girl? Just want to make sure we got Charlie Neal up there talking about
Let's check out our game summary brought to you by CarMax, and you look at what's happening in terms of time of possession. Again, Bethune-Cookman doing a very good job of holding on to the football. And of course, we look at the total yards. That's what's killing them right now.
Yeah, but you know the good news for the visiting team, they're only down by 7.
Yeah,
they're
still
in this game.
They're still in this ball game, and they have the ball, and there's still time left in the contest. Scoreboard went out in the stadium, so I don't know if there's.
I think there's about 10 minutes left.
And that's what the delay is because of the scoreboard.
Scoreboard, yeah, went nuts.
When you talk about the Southwestern Athletic Conference, just to give you a little bit of history, 10:15 is the time remaining in the contest. SWAC was founded in 1920. There's 6 colleges, all from Texas when the SWAC was first founded. The Super 6 were Bishop College, Paul Quinn, Prairie View, Texas College, Sam Houston, and Wiley. Of course, Prairie View is still in the conference right now. That's the only original school remaining. Southern joined in 1935. Then you had Texas Southern in 54. Grambling and Jackson came into the conference in 1958. Alcorn became a member in 62. Mississippi Valley in 1968. Alabama State joined in 1982. Pine Bluff in 97. Alabama A&M in 99. No new members until 2021 when Bethune-Cookman, one of the 2 newcomers, along with Florida A&M, joined to make it a 12-team conference. So it's been a good history.
Yeah. You know, the SWAC, you know, becoming a power in football and really one that people look to for some great ball.
Well, our fellow HBCU Go announcer Antoine Bethea was honored at Howard University at their homecoming last weekend. It was at an awards dinner along with 4 other alumni for their professional careers and community service. Congratulations to Mr. Antoine Bethea. Our HBCU Go family says congratulations to you.
Nice work, Antoine.
And they're going to play without the clock.
So I'll just keep track. I'll start counting.
We know.
10-15 backwards.
There's a pass by Bethea.
He was hit right when he let it go, Charlie.
Intercepted. So the INT comes off and picking up the interception for the Grambling Tigers.
I believe that's Nigel Lanier.
It is Lanier.
No, actually T. Henry. They both are wearing 0, but that's Henry on that one.
Trent Henry.
Yes, Trent Henry.
Trent Henry with the INT.
Yeah, watch as he tries to release this. Body right behind him. Sunday Anderson forces a bad throw. That one becomes a lame duck. And Henry right there just to take that one in, right back into Grambling's hands. And you know Bethea, he's just, my man, I got hit. I wish I wouldn't have let it go.
Well, here's Henry getting hugged. Here's Trent Henry. So Bethune turnover.
1 turnover per quarter?
Yeah.
That's not how you win games.
Once in each quarter.
Well, they're consistent. Unfortunately for them, that is consistently bad.
Not the consistency you want, right?
Yeah.
So this is at the Bethune 39. Going that right side. They were looking to pass it, and then still looking to pass it, and nobody's home. Nobody's home.
Yeah, they strung that one out. And again, he's like, I got to get it off. We've been practicing for weeks.
So Chance Williams needs.
It's not exactly how you draw it up.
Needs 50 yards for his career high. Crawley is getting close to the 3,000 career yards. It is 2nd down and 10. And they hand it off. This is Chalk.
Running strong.
And Chalk still on his feet. And Chalk gets about 9 yards on that run.
And that's where we're treated to that balance of power, agility, and speed. So he worked on that one, just dancing through everybody. Chalk pushing for good yardage. They want to take advantage. You start getting close to this red zone. They have not done a great job. No scoring by either team in this second half.
3rd down and 1. Chalk is still in there with his quarterback, Crawley. Crawley on 3rd and 1 will hand it off to Chalk. Chalk bounces to the left side.
Great job.
Down. Still on his feet.
That's how you work it.
And inside the 10 and down. Touchdown. They call it a touchdown. 31 yards.
That is how a power runner with balance does it, Charlie Neal. What a run. Bounces into traffic and says, I've got some room out here. Brings it out to the left. But watch him finish here, Charlie. Shaking and baking, trying to bring him down. Keeps the hand down, lunging. Gets it across for the touchdown. Outstanding play by Floyd Chalk, the 4th.
3 plays. That was a 3rd down play. Here's the point after from Rinko to add to the score and to try to make it 28-14, a 2-score advantage for the Grambling Tigers.
A lot to feel good about on that run right there.
They're going to review it to see if he actually got across.
To see if a knee was down before.
Yeah, so our referee, Wyan Myers, is going to come over, talk to our replay officials, Hubert Owens and Brian Jones.
If I'm head coach Raymond Woody Jr., I want that looked at too, because he's 5 yards off the mark, but he gets the hand down and lunges. No, he's up.
No, he's up.
He's up.
Yep, that's a touchdown.
That's a great play. Keeping that hand on the ground, never letting a knee that is just power. Most people blow an elbow out. He said, I'm taking that one to the pylon. That was 5 yards he covered.
Yeah,
he's like Black Superman.
Knee never touched the ground. He's in the air.
Outstanding.
And the ball crosses the pylon.
Oh,
and the
I like
goal line.
that.
Yep.
Great replay by our team in the truck. Thank you very much for that. But watch him work. And he was hogtied on that. Both his feet, but he lunges, keeps the hand down, stays airborne.
Elbow didn't touch.
Nice.
Nothing. So that's a good touchdown from Mr. Floyd Chalk this year. That's his 7th touchdown of the season. 7th rushing touchdown and 8th of his career.
The 4th. Yeah, he did a great job of not only getting airborne, maintaining possession on that, but he was a man possessed down by the goal line.
Came out of Mission Hills, California. Bishop Alemany. That's the high school he attended out there on the West Coast.
Well, the referees, they got to take a look at it. They're doing the diligence, but we can get them off the hook.
And we were talking about Rash being one of the leaders with touchdowns in the conference. He's one of the leaders also. He gets in the end zone quite a bit. So you have 3 players right now on this team with 7 touchdowns.
Yeah.
You've got Chance Williams with 7. You got Rash with 6, and you have.
After review, the ruling on the field is confirmed. Touchdown.
Touchdown.
Like we said.
Yeah, we knew that.
I'm going to talk to our supervisor Eddie and say, do you want us to do the replays too?
We can do that. I mean, we're going to charge him a little bit. No, we're still charging him, Charlie. Come on, man, let's not get crazy. We'll help him out. We're not doing anything for free.
So 3 plays, 39 yards. They started on the 39-yard line, their own 39, and approximately a minute and 5 off the clock. We don't have an exact time because the clock is not working. And here for the point after is Tanner Rinker to make it 28-14. Clock is running again. 10:15. That's the time remaining. And we'll be back. You're watching football SWAC style right here on HBCU Go.
the Grio Cable Network, and our free streaming platform.
Just some of the shenanigans that went on here.
Yeah.
Grambling today, 28-14.
That's what I'm talking about. Big credit to the truck. They've got our Artis out there working for us. Get us moved.
9:09 the time remaining, and when that last score with our man, Mr. Chalk, with the 31-yard touchdown run, they completed that 39-yard drive and in just 3 plays, and put the extra point on the board. And you see Mr. Rinker getting ready to kick it off. He's missed a couple field goals today, but he's got to be smiling a little happy that his team's got a 2-touchdown advantage at this particular point. Bethune-Cookman, again, shooting themselves in the foot. Had the ball, moving it, bad pass by Buffet. It's intercepted, and they take it down 3 plays later, put it in the end
Charlie,
zone.
that's kind of been their season in a nutshell. Putting themselves there, they get close, and then end up something they blow up on their own, and they fail to get the W. So again, still 9 minutes left, 2 touchdowns down. Not out of it, but they have not been able to take control and really make a move in this game to really start to be in front.
He's at the 2. Oh, he's down at the 12, and he's hurt. Slow getting up. Only a 10-yard return.
Chopped his feet out from under him. That looked painful off the bat.
And he's going off the field on his own power, but he got a pretty good pop that time.
I think that was Tink Boyd who came in and made that hit.
Either
number
Tink
3
or Marquise Britton. Let's see.
Yeah, you're right. They've got a couple of number 3s.
So again, we'll look at it right here.
Just the open field chop right at the hips. Whew. Yeah, I think that is Boyd. But that's what sometimes you do. You put your speed guys on kickoffs, and they can get down there before everybody else. And that time he was zeroed in like a heat-seeking missile.
So Buffet, 8 of 23, 70 yards and 2 interceptions in the game so far. From their own 13-yard line, keeping the ball on the ground, handing off, going off the right side, and not much running room that time with DeAndre McCutcheon.
Well, now in the 4th quarter, under 9 minutes to go, Charlie, down 2 touchdowns. This is when little dives off the guard aren't going to get you much. Off tackle, you're not going to get much. You need to start putting this one up, flooding the zones in the defensive backfield and airing it out.
And again, McCutcheon straight ahead. And McCutcheon moves ahead for a couple of yards out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. And he stays in there, and it'll be 3rd down and 7. 3rd and 7. Well, one of the things when I talked to Coach Woody, he said one of the concerns about Grambling, just don't give up that big play. You know, and they have some. He knows about all the explosive players that we've seen, and we've seen Chalk, we've seen the quarterback. And there's a pass knocked away. Good defense down the field by Chris Dagre, who made sure that was not caught that time by Davino Ellington.
Yeah, Ellington actually had a step on him, but Dagre did a nice job of timing this just right in there, makes the deflection. Great defense. And again, a little out of position, but makes up for it with speed as you see him close and knock that ball down. That one could have been a big one for Davino Ellington.
So it's a 4th down punting situation again for the Wildcats of Bethune-Cookman from their own 16-yard line.
That's what they need to do, Charlie. You need to start going deep. I like that play call. You've got to eat up some chunks of yardage, get yourself in position for touchdowns.
Ball turns over, fielded, and tackled immediately. That didn't work. It was Javon Robinson on the reception. But again, good punt, 42 yards, And now Grambling gets the ball once again, leading by 14 at their own 41-yard line.
Excellent, excellent open field tackling right there. That's how you do it, especially when you're in pursuit on a return. You got to break down and make the tackle.
Well, let's see if our quarterback, Crawley, gets into position to hit that 3,000-yard mark. First down and 10. He keeps the ball off to Chance Williams off the right side, and Williams maybe a yard, and that's it. Maybe 2. And marking it at the 43. It'll be second down and 8.
One of the many things I like about the Grambling running back crew is the fact that upon first contact, you rarely see them get stopped. Their legs are working and pumping like pistons, so they're a hard bunch to take down. You pointed out saying like bowling balls, but they are low to the ground, low center of gravity, and they are tough to tackle.
We talk about this Bethune-Cookman team and that they lost 4 games by an average of 6 points as they keep the ball on the ground once again with Chance Williams. When they played Jackson State, they lost by 6. They led in that game 9-8 at the half and committed 3 turnovers and gave up a safety. In the loss to Alabama State by 5, they led 7-3, gave up 312 yards of total offense to getting on only 198 of their own. And then you look at what happened against Texas Southern. They trailed 12-7, committed 2 turnovers, got 383 yards to 330. And then in their loss by 10 to Southern University, they were down by 4, but gave up a 57-yard pass for a touchdown and had an interception return for a touchdown. And there's another pass complete by Crawley, and the first down is gained across midfield down to the 46 of Bethune. So you see how that has factored into their demise so far this season.
Yeah, man, not able to close those deals, so that's why their record stands at 1-5.
When these two teams played last year, it was Bethune-Cookman coming out on top. But Grambling threw an interception and fumbled the ball twice and gave up that long kickoff return.
Yeah, Bethune-Cookman has won the last 4 matchups against Grambling.
They certainly have. And in the last game here at Robinson Stadium that was homecoming, Grambling was penalized 9 times, 116 yards. That was one of the things they've been known for, is being the most penalized team in the conference. In fact, the Alabama A&M quarterback Langford ran for the quarterback ran for 173 yards and 2 touchdowns and passed for 127,
making him look like an All-American out there.
And of course, England, the running back for Alabama A&M, he ran for 97 yards and a touchdown.
And that's been the Achilles heel for Grambling all season long. Their defense giving up big yards. I think they 36 plus points per game. That makes it tough on the offense because that means you got to score like it's gangbusters every game to even be in it.
They've been in double digits in penalties in 4 games this season. There's a pass that is, they're going to call it complete on the far sideline, and that's Rash coming up with the reception. Lyndon Rash.
That was a good hookup.
So 7 times this game they've been penalized. That is Grambling. Like I said, 4 games they've had double digits in penalties. 8 against Alcorn, 9 against Hampton and Alabama A&M, and only 7 today. Those are the games that they didn't get double digits in penalties.
Lyndon Rash, a nice job coming back to the ball. That helps out the quarterback, Miles Crawley, and they did a nice job of finding each other on that possession.
Under 4 minutes to go. 3rd down and 1. Nothing going on. They say wrap him up, wrap him up. Laquan Johnson was there to wrap him up.
Yeah.
There's Laquan getting up off the ground. Laquan out of Flint, Michigan, a senior.
As you see on this one, Laquan Johnson says access denied. That's what they're going to need to do. They're going to need to shut these guys down again. Not out of it, but not looking great for BCU right now. Just about 3 minutes left in this game. They need a defensive stop quickly here and something explosive on offense. But they need to stop them here before they can even talk about trying to score a touchdown.
And there's a punt. Fair catch call for made at the 2-yard line. 2:56 the time remaining here in this one. Grambling in control, looking to increase their record to 4-4, 3-2 in conference play.
So it's going to come down to this. Can they do it?
Oh no, they missed it! Wait a minute. There's a flag on the play.
Hilton Honors slays.
Points for a free stay? Yes, please.
All these perks. Worst living.
When you want the celebrity treatment, no matter who you are,
That's hot.
it matters where you stay. Hilton Honors. Hilton for the stay.
Lowe's knows you need to save money this holiday, so
You can get more of what you want.
with our lowest price guarantee, this holiday, if you find a better price, we'll match it. Get more for your home and your family. You got this. We got you.
Go home with HBCU Go this homecoming season.
Second down and 19, goes deep, a perfect pass.
For the vibes, the culture, the bands, and the best matchups of the season.
Kick is up, and it's no good.
Now they're heading the opposite way. What a change of fate.
Arkansas Pine Bluff takes on Prairie View A&M live for homecoming Saturday, November 4th, 3, 2 Central on HBCUGO.tv or download the new HBCU Go mobile app.
The power of the Weather Channel, now available to everyone.
This is epic.
Trusted live coverage when it matters most is now yours to stream with the Weather Channel TV app, real-time radar, and maps that let you track all the action.
Let's get into the detail of
Personalization, customization, hundreds of hours of your favorite shows, and so much more. There's never been a better way for everyone to watch the Weather Channel. Available now on these platforms. Go to streamtwc.com to start your free 7-day trial.
Some of the people enjoying themselves here. We welcome you back to college football on HBCU Go, sponsored by and powered by the Griot. The Queen, Miss Grambling, State University, and her court.
Feeling very regal.
Yes. Quick pass, and it's complete. And this one
moves the chains.
Moves the chains a little bit. Evanye Moore, the receiver, sophomore out of Statesville, North Carolina.
This is when they need to crank up that NASCAR tempo offense and go Daytona accelerated.
2-minute motion. Somebody had to stop. 2nd and 1. And they tried to get it to Moore, the big tight end, who was coming in motion from the bottom of your screen to the top. And they stopped him pretty quickly. There he is, right there.
Yeah, great penetration on the defense, getting up
Michael Garner made the stop defensively for the Tigers.
Shutting it down.
3rd down. They lost yards on that one. 3rd and 3 now. Now the quarterback keeps it and falls down. Did he make it? He might have. Maybe he didn't.
Stumbled to a first down.
No, I don't know if he made it. Did they move the chains?
It looks
no,
like they might give him a, he's a little short.
4th and 1. He stumbled down.
He's not happy about that mark.
He shouldn't be.
Yeah.
Well, that was his fault.
Got Walter Simmons in there now. Number 8 at quarterback.
Maybe that's what happened. Simmons came in there. It was not Bethea. We saw Simmons for a minute.
Yeah, this is when the turf monster just jumps up and bites your foot.
Yeah, that little guy.
Or Casper the Ghost getting the tackle on the play.
4th down. They're coming to try to block this punt, but he gets it off. And now picked up. And now a chance going down the sideline.
Charlie.
Would you believe it? Javon Robinson. Touchdown. Wow. Grambling. That
was slick. And I was thinking at that point, why do you even field it? Well, now I know why.
Javon Robinson on the return. It was 53 yards. Now the officials are going to get together and talk about it and see what happened. Let's see if this is going to stand. There's our referee, Wyan Myers. The umpire's in there talking. There's Javon Robinson.
I don't know what they'd be talking about taking it away. I don't see any penalty. Oh, there actually is a flag over there. I didn't notice that one at the 44.
Okay, Robinson is a freshman, believe it or not, out of Florida City, Florida, from Homestead High. Here we go.
During the return, illegal blocking the back, receiving team.
Oh, that's a
number 28.
heartbreaker.
That 10-yard penalty we enforced from the spot of the foul. First down, Grambling.
Well, they still get the ball back.
Yeah, well, I think this one's worth another look here. Javon Robinson, watch him, chasing the loose ball here. Watch the stutter step and slips the defense. And then he says, hey, fellas, you're heading the wrong way because I'm going to the end zone. He has a host of players out in front of him. There it was. We saw it. The block in the back right there. A
crazy,
tough
not
one.
needed.
Heartbreaker. Well, he'll want to put that on his highlight reel. It won't go into the history books. But what a great run. Heads-up play. Great athleticism. Fun to watch.
Well, we got a moment. We want to say congratulations to Grambling President Richard Gallo, who's going to be leaving January 1st, headed to become the president of the University of Louisiana Systems. There he is.
Oh, a little bump up.
Yeah, a little bump up, and got a chance to speak to him today.
We stopped by the booth.
Great guy, Richard Gallo, and just we say congratulations to him.
Yeah, nice honor.
Only the second African American to be in that position as the head of the University of Louisiana system.
Beautiful.
So 50 seconds is the time, and Grambling just using some kneel downs right now. Bethune-Cookman has 3 timeouts left, but doesn't look like they're going to use them.
Well, Charlie, I'll tell you what, that was a fun game to watch, man. A lot of action. And it's your birthday.
Yes, and I've enjoyed it.
Man, you look great for 37.
Thank you very much. I hope I look this good when I'm 38.
What is your, you said what, like your 28th celebration and your 37th birthday?
Yeah, no question. So we're last play of this ball game. It'll be a kneel down for Miles Crawley, who had a pretty good game. He was 7 yards shy of hitting that 3,000-yard mark. But more importantly, they come away with a victory. That is the Tigers of Grambling, 28-14. The final score here at Grambling, Louisiana. So, what are your thoughts?
Hey, man, like I said, that first half was just crazy, but I'll give Grambling credit. They settled down, started to be a little more balanced on what they were doing, but Bethune-Cookman, it's been their season like this. They get close, they get into games and can't finish, so Grambling a chance to bounce back in the win column. Still tough for BCU and the Wildcats.
Well, we invite you to join us next Saturday. HBCU Go heads to Prairie View A&M for their homecoming. They'll take on Arkansas Pine Bluff. For John Kelly, Courtney Tate, our entire broadcast crew, Charlie Neal saying so long from Grambling, Louisiana. You've been watching college football on HBC Go Sports, powered by the Griot. We thank you for watching. We'll see you next week. Final again, 28 for Grambling, 14 for Bethune-Cookman. Stay safe, everyone.
Happy birthday, Charlie.
Thank you.